Welcome, everybody, to this month's podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It's a little different to do this on a Wednesday, but we're trying to work around people's schedules. Thank you so much for being here, the people who are. Tonight, we are going to have a interesting conversation about a lot of interesting topics. But first, obviously, we're going to get to the games. But let's get these guys in here, see what type of things they have to say. And yeah, we'll get started, guys.
Boobs. Sorry, Tim.
Wouldn't want to disappoint you, Tim.
Yes, guys, at the end of the day, it's all about boobs.
Hey, at least I didn't give any details or, give any lewd context.
That would have been
That's for later.
That would have been way more fun.
That's for later.
All right. Let's get rid of the overlay here. All right.
Ish bash bosh.
So now we're at it. Now, as always, my name is Tim Dog Rev. I'm going to introduce everybody. So, everybody do it themselves one at a time. No one make sure to not go first, like always. Please.
Don't all jump up at once.
Yeah.
Just say when.
Go.
He said say when, not go.
Good top of the morning to you. My name is SilverTrigger. I hail from the UK and I like all sorts of games. There you go. There's an intro.
Raythemartyr. I enjoy RPGs and some strategy games.
And I am Murmitch, and I don't have a specific type of game that I like, but if I'm recommended a game and I end up liking it, then those are the games that I like.
He likes trash games. That's why we give them to him
I
all the
don't
time.
like trash games.
He-
I
Here
like
are the
good
people
games.
live here tonight.
This
Hey,
the-
speaking of trash games, though,
Okay, so everyone, so everyone knows if they're new to the podcast. Murmitch is technically the intern right now. He hasn't
Yeah.
fully earned his right to be part of the podcast. So, kind of as a hazing process, with no other word to use instead, we make him play the games that none of us would actually play. So last month we gave him the task and the goal and the wonderful opportunity to play.
wait, Tim, you're getting ahead of things. We have to do our joke game.
Oh, what? Okay, what's the joke game?
Our joke games.
Okay.
I have three good ones. I think we can
Okay.
look at.
Okay.
The first is Toilet Paper Crisis Simulator 2020.
Name alone.
I bet you can't guess what it's about.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's see what it... Oh, there it is right on top. May 11th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. This game literally about going to the store to buy toilet paper.
No, you don't even go into the store. You just assault people that come out of the store with toilet paper and take their
You
toilet
know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that that haunted maze game on the PS1 demo disc. Oh my god. Just to pick up fucking toilet paper, really?
Is
Still
that
better than Fallout 76.
is that guy supposed to be like half pig? Because he kind of looks
I have
like
no
it.
idea.
Looks so weird.
Does it matter?
Oh my.
I want your TP. Give me your
My
TP.
goodness. And of course the loading screen
He's
is
probably part orc. You know.
All right, I am very proud of that one. All right, number 2.
Okay. Pantsu Defense Anime is in danger.
Yes.
Pantsu. You heard right, Tim. Pantsu.
If you need to spell that, it's Pantsu.
I found
Anime is in danger.
there. I found it. There you go. Oh my lord. Okay.
Read the description.
Help the anime girl protect her underwear from hordes of filthy, violent, pervert Nazi demons from outer space. Defeat Baphomet and restore peace to the Summerlands. Oh my lord. What the fuck?
Okay, just the description alone is enough.
Offensive to those that give a shit. The SJWs.
Well-
Beware.
Well, the developer name also gives me hope as well. Yes, Black Chicken.
I'll have you know that there are black chickens.
Yes.
Well, black feather chickens.
All right, so Murmitch, I found a new game for you to play this month.
Oh no.
You are in charge of playing this game.
I mean, it's a joke game, but is it actually bad?
Yeah, see, we have to. We have to
I don't know.
somebody has to find out,
The
and that
gameplay looks like it couldn't be terrible, right?
Well, I am not buying it. So, yeah, you can forget it.
I'll don't worry, I'll just gift it.
That's not incentive.
Listen,
For
I'll just
anyone to try to fucking gift
Oh,
it.
God.
You understand me?
no. I just always gift these games to Murmitch, and then he has to play them.
That is true. That is exactly what happened for last month.
Yeah.
Well, at least they don't have the swastikas splattered all over the enemy. I guess.
No, they'd probably get in trouble for that.
I mean, they're more
Yeah.
horny than they are Nazis. So I mean, like, it's
It's just a description.
Ask JW, what's the difference?
yeah. All right, so what's the third one?
Last one is TP Royale. So instead of assaulting people
Everything-
outside of a shopping center, you are now inside the shopping center.
Oh my,
Is this literally what I? Yeah. Okay.
oh my lord!
This isn't a battle royale.
No, it's not, because it's single player.
Oh my god.
Jumping across the freaking aisles.
And people push you down.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that it says. Is it literally says climb anywhere.
Oh my
The ragdolls
god!
are amazing, though. It looks like.
Oh my lord!
That is great.
This
Okay,
would
so-
probably be a game to just fart around in for 30 minutes or something like that. Just
Well,
to have
apparently
a
there's
laugh.
multiple levels.
There's
Yeah, I mean, if you
multiple
just want a quick laugh that you'll get out of it.
Yeah,
The
but
ragdoll.
see, Murmitch says I'm mean. I could make him play this, but I'm gonna make him play the
I
last
think
game.
I
But
think
this
you
looks
play this.
funny. But this looks funny, maybe frustrating
Tower
too.
defense one is like I've played quite a few tower defense games, so
There you go. See, he'll be great. He'll protect all the
Oh my
panties. It'll be
God.
fun.
Animum Sanctum.
Yes, he'll be protecting all the panties for me and
Of
for you.
course.
I love when a character sees him coming when he doesn't have anything and just starts running. It's like, oh no, take my toilet paper.
Oh my god.
Oh, my paper, my
Look at
paper. Fucking ragdolls are beautiful though.
$59 for a can of coffee. Yeah, that sounds about right. This game must be based in California. Oh my god. That was a good ragdoll right there.
oh my goodness.
All right, so Murmitch, you are in charge. Write down the title of that second game. That is your game for next month. Full review. Expect it. On my desk, sir. It's like homework.
Oh
You've
god.
got a month.
You got a month. Protect all the panties. Listen, you better protect all the panties you can until next month.
Oh my god, this is
The world is depending on you and your
Not a
panties.
single demon may lay a finger on them.
Yes. All right.
Be careful when you play the game, Murmitch, of course.
So we're
Well, of
okay.
course.
Now that we figured out all the games that people should probably avoid besides Murmitch, we're gonna talk about the game that we gave Murmitch last month to play. It
And
is-
the one that everybody should just avoid regardless, unless you like punishing yourself.
If you like masochism, we found a game for you. So it's
And
called
it's called Feed the Horse Bear.
Feed the Horse Bear. It's
99
99 cents. It is 99 cents, and tell us how great it is.
It is so great. Like, there's only one control, and it's the space bar. And, like, I mean, it is very forgiving on sometimes when you get really close to the edge. But you fall off once, and you start from the beginning. And it gets more and more difficult to the point where I ended up spending about half an hour on a single mission, just trying over and over again until I finally got so upset that I just stopped playing it.
I am so proud.
I
proud
think
of
Ryan Silver can vouch for me.
proud of what? I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I'm very proud. I
I don't know
told
what I'm proud of, but I'm proud nonetheless.
I told Jess this is game of the year contender right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
See?
no, I'm not lying though, Murmitch, because it might be the worst game of the year contender.
That is true.
Because
Well, we'll see. There's still
okay.
a few months for
Okay.
terrible games
I
to
mean,
come out.
it's,
Okay,
To
we-
be honest with you, it isn't the worst
graphic-wise,
looking
it's
game.
not the
Alright.
worst.
No, I do want
Graphic-wise,
to
it's
say
not-
one thing though. Like I know that I'm putting Murmitch through this, and it's hilarious for some of us, But at the end of the year, we're going to take a look at every single game that Murmitch had to play, and we have to pick the worst one. The
That
worst,
doesn't sound like a bad idea.
and then whichever one's
Worst
the
of the worst and the best of the worst.
and but the worst of the worst, I will stream on the channel
Yeah.
as a torturous thing
I
to
want to
celebrate.
see you try to get past level 4.
No, but
Murmitch, I like how you've already decided that this is the worst of the worst.
It is though.
oh now he's
8
laying down the
months
gauntlet.
No,
I have
we have 7
left.
months left in the year for you to find more bad.
And
I
you know
like those odds.
And he just motivated me. I'm finding the fucking worst
He,
game. of that.
he likes those odds. Oh, beautiful. Man.
I want to hear about the Panty Raid game next month and tell me that it's a great game. The only
Honestly, it's.
I mean, to be fair, if
it's
Senran
better-
Saga is any indication,
like
it
I
can't be
lo-
terrible.
welcome
I
to the
was
stream,
looking
Eric.
at that one, and that one's gotta be better than Feed the Horse Bear. It has to be.
But now I've got to find something worse than Feed the Horse Bear.
Oh.
If you don't want to play Feed
actually-
the Horse Bear anyway.
Yeah,
Actually, if you go through the list of games that are upcoming,
There are
it's
some
this isn't the worst. There's one called Sweet Milf. Yeah, but it's not in English.
all right.
Yeah.
There's some very interesting.
Okay, what would you say about the game, Murmitch? Like, other than it only has one button, is there a lot of levels?
Oh yeah, there is a lot of levels. It's just I couldn't get to any of them because you have to
have a
invest so
giant
much
difficulty
time.
spike.
Oh yeah.
Okay, see,
'Cause-
that's the kind of stuff I want to know.
It goes from, as the video showed, a nice straight line that you could just learn the way to get across. That one took me like
Mhm.
3 minutes to get past. The second one, it creates a gap in between things. Third one, it staggers it. Fourth one, it staggers it again, but with smaller platforms. The fifth one is the one that I stopped at and couldn't get past because
That was the one that had like platforms in the middle and platforms on either side, and the ones
Yeah,
on
they
one
were-
side were staggered and the other side were not. I think.
It
Mhm.
looked weird as hell.
It
And
was weird.
I am
was
so proud.
So
I am-
hard. It was so hard. I couldn't even. I only got halfway across the bridge before I gave up.
See, he's a quitter, guys. He's a quitter.
I'm
Stream.
not a quitter.
This is why he's the intern. He's a
Just
quitter.
too hard.
At least the game I
Oh,
review,
and there's
I put a little
basically
bit
no difference between easy and hard, to my knowledge.
We
Ouch.
couldn't find any.
through. Ouch.
But apparently there is an easy and a hard difficulty.
For some reason.
Yeah, we didn't really see much of a difference.
Pumper
Any
and
difference.
dumper. Oh, that sounds terrible, Eraser.
What?
Don't talk about your ex-girlfriend on stream. Not nice.
Oh.
Um,
Do we have
This
confirmation
is
that
forever recorded in the podcast, too.
yeah, remember, pictures or it didn't happen, Eraser. All
Ooh.
right, so, as I try and pull up my sleeves, there we go. Brand new sweatshirt, sorry.
he was?
So, for the games that we played over the course of last month, thankfully, just talking about you, Tim, listen, man, I'm trying to record a podcast. If you want to DM me, I have an OnlyFans. And I promise you, for $10 a month, I will squirt a golf ball out my ass. Just for you, Aries.
Okay.
Okay.
To know that.
Well, listen, I have to promote myself somehow. We're in a recession right now. You know, how to make money.
There are people who are hurting.
Buy the
Hang
merch
on.
so I don't have to create an OnlyFans.
When's my shirt coming?
They should tell you. To give you an idea, it took 8 days for them to make this sweatshirt. So, and I had overnight shipping, so it finished yesterday and got here today.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that nice?
All right, so to get back on things now, who wants to go first? I have 6 games that I played this month.
Damn, that's a lot of games, Tim.
That is
Well,
a
I
lot
know
of
one
games.
game that Tim and I played, and AirRaiser. We played Gears 5 a bit, and I haven't really played any Gears games besides that. Not that I even played the normal character, I played Jack.
But you seem to have fun with that character.
It was pretty fun. It was kind of nice just being able to run around and support everybody and be invisible half the time.
What would you say was a good and a bad point about the game?
Good points. Where I mean, the mechanics seem well put out. Nothing seemed too jarring for as far as the combat was concerned. Upgrades, seemed good. Made sense.
The only thing I have to say about the story is like maybe it's mediocre compared to like other entries. I just feel like even the pacing was off just a bit. I don't have as much hate for this game as maybe some people do. But I enjoy like the gameplay loop to the max. Like I find it very endearing, like the combat system in the game, especially how cover works and everything, like the snap cover and everything else. But like the story and the pacing compared to 4 is like no comparison, because obviously, and then they're already working on Gear 6. So I mean, I hope to God they take a little more time to make sure they give you a more fleshed out and rewarding experience when it comes to the story front. We can hope. We can hope.
Yeah, as far as stories go, I wouldn't say it's like the worst story I've ever heard. Obviously, it seemed okay. A little predictable in parts. Like
It does drop.
it really wasn't trying to hide much or very well. I don't think, but it was fine. I could definitely understand. I haven't seen the story of any of the other games, so I can't really compare.
The first 3 were actually really good. Yeah,
Two is the best.
Yeah,
At least in
some
my
of the younger, newer ones are subpar in the story comparably.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
I'm gonna transition off yours, and I'm gonna go with Gears Tactics.
That seems good.
Okay, this game on the other hand, I fucking love. All right, I played a little bit more of it after I streamed it. I fucking it's got that XCOM 2 feel. It's not the same. It's got enough different about it where it's not an exact clone, but my lord, it's another one of those just one more turn, just one more round, just one more go. Like those type of games. Even if I lose, I want to play more. This game, I was very excited about it when they announced it. I didn't hear anything about it for a long time, and then when it came out, guess what? I didn't have very high expectations. It surpassed them. They did a really good job with it. They didn't make it an XCOM 2 clone. It's the same type of formula, but there's a lot of games if you look hard enough like that. Phoenix Point. I'm trying to remember the other one that they released that wasn't very good. But yeah, like this genre has like a typical UI and a battle system now. Yes, it's ripped from XCOM, but they're making it their own. So yeah, I can't recommend this game enough. Do I think it's worth $60? I don't know yet. But if you have a chance to play it on Game Pass or something that gives you it for a cheaper price, I would recommend giving it a playthrough. And then, going from there, because you can't, I know a lot of people in the podcast here that I associate with don't like PvP, but you can do that. The story, I guess, is somewhere around 18 to 20 hours, which I feel is pretty good. And as long as they don't try and sell you a whole bunch of story afterwards, I feel like it's a complete package the way it is. So I can't give it a higher recommendation than that. If you like Gears and you like XCOM, then you'll like this, because it takes little pieces of each, blends them together, and makes a pretty satisfying game out of it. All right.
Sounds like fun.
Don't worry, I'll get to the bad one later.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got one. This month. Oh, dude, I got one I hate this month. All right, so
Silver.
I think it is. Yep.
What do you play?
So yeah, Resident Evil 3. Okay, so it started off pretty good right off the bat. It essentially throws you right into the action, like not even within an hour in the game, which surprised me out of the blue, because I had never seen that specific opening cutscene. Shame it's not interactive, but hey. And there were kind of too many moments where it had these pointless what do you call them, quick time events, I guess, in quotations. They're not really quick time events, they're more like interactive moments that seem pointless. They didn't really need to be there, but that aside, the game looks beautiful, even just with my current setup. I don't have everything on max, but I don't really need to. The main things that I really liked about the game were the fact that, yes, there's more combat involved in this one compared to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Nemesis is very persistent. Like, unless you go to a specific area where he can't actually follow you, which is actually very limited, he will always be on your ass, and there are very few ways to get rid of him, or at least hold him off. Like, if you shoot this power pack on his chest, if you damage that enough, it stuns him, and it has to like cause him to regenerate, as the game kind of lets you know about that in a way where you can hear like this pumping system that basically pumps this purplish liquid, which in the original was actually his blood color, but in this game for some reason his blood is red, just like every other bioweapon in the Remake 2 and Remake 3. But the things that I didn't like was the things that they removed or didn't add in from the original, such as the clock tower, the police station where Jill could enter it instead of Carlos, the gas station that wasn't in the game either, which it made the game shorter than it should have been. I mean, this game you can complete it in an hour if you rush through it, literally an hour.
Why do you think they cut? Why do you think they cut so much content out of the game?
Or because they only had like just over a year to make it.
But why? There's no rush. It's a remake.
Exactly. And not only that, it wasn't made by Capcom. It was made by a secondary studio that helped them outside or within Capcom. It wasn't made by the main team of Capcom either.
Well, that's not a very encouraging theme to hear that the same people that made this are making the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Because comparing the two, if I told you which one to get now, stick with Remake 2. Hands down. Don't bother with this one unless it's like half price. At least maybe a quarter of the price if you're really willing to wait that long. Just to try it out once. There's no replay value whatsoever.
I don't know if you guys are free tomorrow. Yeah. Are you guys free tomorrow during the day?
That depends.
Well, I'm going to be writing notes and stuff, so it doesn't matter if you guys can watch it. But the Inside Xbox events tomorrow, and one of the games that they're supposed to be premiering is the Resident Evil 8 trailer.
Yes, I heard about what that one might be. Because I follow a Resident Evil channel that pretty much gets all the insides, because they have like insiders.
They're supposed to show off that, maybe Prince of Persia 6.
I'm not interested in Prince of Persia.
And a new Splinter Cell game.
Interesting.
That might be one of the socks.
Very interesting.
If it's not going to be something other than an actual traditional Splinter Cell game.
I don't know.
Because I think they did speak about a Splinter Cell game, but it wasn't going to be a traditional Splinter Cell game.
Splinter Cell Wildlands.
Oh no!
They've done that already.
Yes, they already did that
twice.
No, but
Why did you interrupt my train of thoughts, though? Come on, I don't do it to you guys. Why do you do it to me?
I'm sorry.
Every time.
It was just Silver. This is
a tangent.
Listen, this is a very relaxed podcast. If you're gonna be high strung, you need to take some Advient before we start and chill a little bit. Okay? We go on tangents all the time during the stuff I talk about. We can
Please let me shit on a game that I loved back in the 1999. But
I'm sorry, it had
disappointed.
The tangent at least had a point.
Nah, I guess. Yeah. Sorry then.
Okay, so tell us. Okay, since you said the good and the bad. Okay, so they cut content out of this game, and
a lot.
And in return, they gave you a 1v4 multiplayer game that you don't want to play.
Oh boy.
Resistance, right?
Yeah. I have zero interest in Resistance, and no, I'm not even going to try it out. No, I don't care if it came free with the game. I don't give a flying fuck.
But
I wasn't interested in asymmetrical games, and I'm not going to play this one.
Do you think that was put in there for the people that actually played Resident Evil 3, or do you think it was like, hey, 1v4 and like PvP games are the new thing. So
Yeah.
if we could tie this to it and get people to buy it just for Resistance.
I bet it was because of say Dead by Daylight's popularity. That game is still very popular.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Oh, hey, Two Wicked, welcome to the stream, bud.
Welcome.
I like not even Dead by Daylight. Like, okay, Dead by Daylight is obviously the inspiration, but like I was seeing gameplay of Resistance, and I've seen gameplay of the new Predator game. They're both the same. They're both the same, like same format, 4v1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
I would rather play the Predator game any day. Cause
Yeah.
okay, listen, just on a nostalgia, win in Predator, you have to get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
You actually have to get to the chopper to leave. So for me, that was a win immediately. I don't care who. I don't care if they. I don't care if they throw Ashley in Resistance and just have her get murdered every time. Not enough entertainment for me. All right, sorry.
They wouldn't put her in the game anyway.
No, you know her superpower should be like her ability would just be going like Leon, and everybody's like run, annoying bitch.
Attracts all enemies on the map.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
And then Leon busted, and he's like, "Fuck this! Your dad's been dead for years. Fuck it, and let's get eaten."
Hide.
Exactly. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Follow me, hide.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly. See, he didn't. Remember, guys, he didn't yell at me for that tangent, though.
Well, we both hate Ashley, so...
Well, while we're on this tangent, Tim, if with the Resident Evil 4 remake, do you think they're going to add any kind of multiplayer modes to that?
I
as
hope
well?
not. I hope not.
yeah, I don't want that either.
I don't think anybody does, but
I mean, listen, there's some
There's
some
mercenaries. I fucking didn't do with the Resident Evil 3 remake.
And
Bastards.
the only thing I could see them improving about Resident Evil 4 is obviously they do a full remake in this engine. It'd be fucking beautiful.
definitely.
Resident Evil 4 is a pretty long game. So if they don't cut
I wouldn't say long. I could do it in 3 hours.
comparably to some other games of that type.
I mean, then again, every Resident Evil game is literally completable in 3 or less hours.
Yeah,
I
like
did Resident Evil 5 in 2.5 hours. Not even fucking joking.
Now, comparably, it took me 16 hours to do my first playthrough of Resident Evil 4.
Say about...
But that was my first Resident Evil game ever.
Yeah. First playthrough of Resident Evil 4, maybe 12. I don't remember. It's been a long time. 16 years to put it forward.
And I played it on GameCube, which if you've seen that controller, that's
I love that controller, but for third-person shooters, no.
it was not good.
No.
I
Controller
love
worked, but not necessarily for all the games.
Yeah,
that were
playing
I
the,
remember
That is true.
playing the PS2 version afterwards was far superior.
Yeah.
First person shooter
I
with the
agree.
GameCube controller? No. Playing Smash Bros with the GameCube controller, that's something that people have been doing for years and even have ported to the Switch now.
Well, the Switch allows you to plug in almost any controller, really, like any Nintendo controller if you do it hard enough.
True.
you do it hard.
Yeah, just smash it in there.
Kids, do not try and shove controllers into your Nintendo
No,
Switch.
listen. No,
Don't break your Christmas
Nintendo almost broke me with my nostalgia. Like, I love playing the Super Nintendo stuff
Oh
that
my
comes with online,
goodness.
and they have a wireless Super Nintendo controller that Nintendo sells, but it's fucking $100 for one.
Oh my
Of course
gosh.
it is.
Controllers for the Switch are so expensive.
Because
Oh, I know. I bought two.
there.
I bought two of the Joy-Cons. It was like $108.
Yeah, and do you know about the fact that they are actually purposefully slightly damaged with the drifting? They all get drift eventually. It's
Yeah,
such fucking bullshit. Mine haven't got drift yet, thankfully. But I'm gonna dread the time.
Mine had drift when I bought it.
Oh shit, Tim.
That's why I bought two more though, and I'll buy two more after that. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I got a great deal. I paid $80 for it.
Oh, that's still too much for the pair of tiny fucking controllers.
No, I paid $80 for the. I paid $80 for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
So if I have to drop 200 in controllers, I still have a Switch cheaper than I would on Amazon or anywhere else right now. On Amazon,
Okay.
on
Oh, right,
Amazon
you
they're
got
like
your Switch used, hence
yeah.
the controllers having drift.
Yeah, like
makes sense.
On Amazon, they're literally $500 to $600 right now with no game.
Full Switch.
my.
Wow.
Yeah, full Switch, no game.
Oh my god.
The lights are cheaper because there's not such a demand for them, but yeah, the actual Switches because they're having like a supply issue because of Convoy or whatever, Covoid. Sorry, not Convoy,
COVID.
Covoid.
COVID.
Yeah, it's because of that they're having like a really big shortage of them, so the price is like jacked through the ceiling. So yeah, that's why I ended up having to go that route. I exchanged them a BB gun and $80 for a Switch. So, but my kids love it, and it only drifts when you play with it on, if you play with them on the side, like you're playing Mario Kart or something. If I have them actually slid into the control thing, and I'm using to go the other way, there's no jank there. So
I've got a really
Interesting.
weird, like, I know we're getting off track from the podcast.
We're way
but
off track. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I've
Keep
got a
going.
really weird problem with one of my Switch controllers where if it's clipped into the Switch, it won't connect to it.
that means one of the connectors is broken on the side of the.
Probably.
Yeah.
But, like, when it's not connected to the Switch, it works fine.
Hmm.
All right, let's try and I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and play try and play leader here, Silver. Get the fuck on track now. All right, so who's that?
Well,
Ray.
wasn't the one. Stop.
I know.
Stop.
It's fine, Silver.
It's every time.
What's yours, Ray? What's your first one?
Well, let's talk about Generation Zero bit because that had a free week, and I played a bit with Silver. Not
Oh,
too
yeah.
long, but figured I'd give it a try.
Okay, so what do you think? I've played probably about 3 hours of this.
We played like what, 2 hours maybe, Silver? Was that all it was?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well,
we
I
did.
had-
I did get through about 3 hours in the game. Okay, yep.
Yeah, we got to the first major farm of the game, but we didn't touch mainland yet.
Yeah.
That's where things get better, somewhat. When you have more room to maneuver.
I don't actually remember what you guys said about it when you guys played it first, but it does not have a sufficient tutorial at all. Like,
Definitely not.
it doesn't even tell you how to do half the things you probably need to know how to do.
There is like a menu dedicated for tutorials. You can literally just read them off, but that's not helpful.
Yeah. I
You
mean, I
wouldn't even
can't
know it
really criticize
exists.
it if it has that because there are other games that have that, but it would be nice, especially since they seem to have a dedicated like tutorial progression at the beginning, that they would just kind of continue it with the rest of the controls, but they just kind of leave you hanging at some point.
Yeah, the archipelago island is literally the tutorial. That whole fucking island is the tutorial island.
You know the thing is like I don't mind this game, but playing it solo is not fun for me.
I totally
yeah.
understand. It's
I'll agree with that.
very challenging with
Yeah, like
time slot.
I basically just got murdered every fucking time I tried.
I was running around solo for a little while, and I got to the church, and like they
That's
kind
where I
of
got killed.
They suggest that you try and sneak around, sort of, in that area. But then they don't exactly explain any of the stealth mechanics, and it doesn't even seem like any of the stealth mechanics really work properly.
Yeah, I got
so it's like
I got detected in like 2 seconds.
I had to just kind of shoot my way through most of them. I did die a few times up at that point, but
Doesn't sound too fun.
He says, "I
You
hate
also
how you
can't
can't reset skills."
Yeah, you can do that. Once you put a skill point onto a specific skill, that's it. No,
yeah,
you're
that's
doomed to stick with it.
You know what's sad?
Like, it'd be
though,
one thing if they don't want you to do that all the time. Like, okay, put an item that you can get off of a robot or something into the game that lets you reset skills. I don't know.
I mean, the only way to resolve that is to put all of your stuff that it can go in actually into the storage box, but it has a limit to like 200 pounds, 200 kilograms or something like that. I don't know the exact weight, but put all your stuff in there, everything. Delete that character, and start a new character, and then start from level 0. That's the only way to resolve that issue.
Yeesh.
and that's not
Which
fun.
that isn't resolving the issue at all.
But story progression is carried through all characters. there is no separate story
See, I
progression.
consider that a downside too, though, because then
Yeah.
you can't
Errors
really
are-
do multiple times either.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Full save delete. Yeah, that means lose everything, absolutely everything.
The only problem I have with this game, not solo, is that, like, at first I don't know, like I haven't seen how much it's progressed. I've only played it a couple times since I bought it. But when at first it was like threadbare, there was like almost nothing. And I know the expansions or like the free content updates that they've done have added more in, but even then, it feels off to me. Maybe if I play it with you guys, I'll enjoy it way more. But it just, like, I was really hyped about this game when it first got announced, but by the time it got released and I figured out, like, Avalanche being involved really didn't mean fucking anything.
It really didn't.
Yeah, so, like, at the end of the day, I feel like I just got a mediocre, like, run around and kill shit stuff, but, like, none of the vehicles were operational, so you could open up the back of everything, and they can be
You can even
full.
open them to the hood.
Yeah, you can
That's something that drives me nuts. You can open up the hood of just about every car in the game. There's almost never anything in there, so there's no point to doing that. Why do they allow you to open the hood if you can't do anything with
It's like there not being
No,
anything in boxes in Fable 3.
To blow up the
it?
car.
That's another terrible thing. But yeah.
Well, I'm just comparing. Yeah.
I mean, the only good thing about the game is that it's beautiful. That's really
It looks great. It looks pretty good. And
Sure, the machine
not
designs
only
are cool.
animations are perfect, but they did a fair enough job, I think. You can give them a passing grade on the animations.
Yeah.
The game does have a story, but it's not amazing or anything. Pretty average from what
Bikes are hilarious with friends because you can do crazy animation things with them, and when you get sent flying off of one, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, bikes can be fun, but only if you drive on a ride on roads, not off road. You can't do
Well, they're
that.
fun off road too, but for a completely different reason, not for getting around.
Yes, just go straight into a tree or a rock. Windshield
They're
cannon.
also really hard to get out of holes. Like if you get a bike stuck in a hole, you're screwed. Like just get off the bike and
yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
'Cause, like at a certain elevation, the bike can't go up. Period.
Honestly, I was like, it's 1989, not 1912. Where the fuck is my car?
Dude, where's my car? Should have been motorbikes and everything. That would have been helpful.
They do plan to add more vehicles, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to keep a close eye on forums and whatnot. So, and they've been asking people that played the game for a decent amount of time what they want exactly, and what this and that and the other. And vehicles are definitely on the docket for most people who don't want to fucking spend hundreds of hours just trotting from one side of the island to the other.
You
'Cause it's
Trying to
fucking
bike
huge.
along a road.
Yeah, we have.
My
The
fucking
worst
God,
part
you
is
can't
we
do
have
that.
roads. We have roads.
Sure. There are a lot of roads, but there are too many goddamn fucking hills and too many goddamn rocks that would render the bikes useful everywhere. No. You can't use the bikes everywhere. No. Especially in the farmlands, where you get freaking patrols of harvesters and eventually tanks in further towards the airport. No, you get fucking slaughtered, especially by the hunter patrols. You are dead meat.
Yeah.
Because you aren't as fast as the hunters. Oh no, they can outrun you. You are fucking dead if they see you riding a bike out in the open.
So I think
Screw.
you know what we should do in the case of this game.
Motorbikes would definitely be better.
I'll take a day and we'll all play it together. Finally, since the graphical issues are gone, and
Yeah.
I can play it properly and everything else.
The first time we tried the game legitimately after
Yeah.
the beta. Holy shit!
Yeah, like I was missing textures like crazy. It was not good.
Oh, weren't you?
Hmm?
Oh, you were glitching all over the place, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
boy, that
pretty
was a
bad.
disaster.
So, but yeah, I think we should check this game out, give it a fair shake together, and we'll come back to this about it.
Well, my opinion of playing it right now, it still feels like it should be in early access. Honestly,
Yeah, I agree.
It does not feel like a finished product yet.
No,
There's a lot more work that could go into it. There's a decent amount of work that should still go into it. It's not a terrible idea. I think they have a good foundation to work off of, but it is not at all watertight yet.
Yeah, and also what bothers me about the expansion that they have is the fact that the Apocalypse machines, I don't think you can encounter them outside of the DLC island. I'm pretty sure you can't, which is really super fucking weird. Why wouldn't you be able to encounter them?
Because it would take more coding.
It's not that. It's the fact that they are literally exclusive to the island. I'm pretty sure that they're just exclusive to the island. And so are the NPCs, which suck. Why do they add them around?
Everywhere.
I mean, come on. Just because the machines have all that weaponry, they can't really fucking annihilate everyone on that fucking island. Jesus.
Yeah, what is this, Fallout 76 on release?
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what it felt like. But let's see, Generation Zero came out before
Fallout 76,
didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not by much, but yeah.
Not by much. Couple months.
Actually, no.
Wait.
Full release of Generation Zero came out last year, March. It's been out for over a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I bought it like a month or two later when it was on sale.
And I bought it for $12.
Yeah, I bought it from somewhere else. I didn't get it from Steam.
$12 and friends, I'd say that's probably
$12 off
really
Green Man
priced.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor,
Yes.
but you can sponsor me.
Hey, at least it wasn't a $60 game.
No.
That's also another thing.
If they had tried to put the $60 price tag on it, no.
That'd be,
Oh, hell, fucking
Skip.
no. Yeah.
that'd be fucking rage material.
Hell no. There would have been some fucking rage about that.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say if you can get this under $20 and you
Yeah.
have friends that will play it with you,
Yeah.
sure, you can probably enjoy it.
All right, Murmitch, do you have one?
Yes, actually, I have one more game that I played this month.
Okay, what is it?
It's one that I mentioned in the last podcast, Pivo. Pivo.
Oh, you
yes.
did play it. Okay.
Yes.
This one
Bought
looked
it and
interesting.
played it.
All right, so tell me about it.
This game I really, really enjoyed.
Okay.
It is a combination of 2D and 3D pixel puzzle game, where the mechanics of it are basically you try and traverse through the level by rotating the perspective from 3D to 2D, and what gets included in what transfers into 2D is dependent on where you are standing and the line of which you extend from where you're standing, like in the video. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
there
watching.
right now.
I'm watching the video, and
Yeah,
it
so
gives a
when
pretty good idea.
you can
of
move
that.
the line either to the left or to the right of you, and you try and make a staircase, because you can climb up one block of it at a time, but you can't jump.
Mm-hmm.
But like the game gets progressively a little bit more challenging. Well, first off, to get a 3-star on a level, you have to find all the little doggy bone treats around, which is really, really cute. And when it gets in the later levels, you start getting stuff like interactable stuff where you can move blocks around, like specific blocks around. You can use dynamite to blow up specific blocks to help you get to different places in the level.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually there are enemies. And there is, surprisingly, actually a story that goes along with this.
$7.99. It includes a story. All right.
Yeah.
That
I'm
helps.
sold.
Helps that he is a corgi too. Yes.
Yeah.
Corgis are cute.
And you get to play as a corgi who,
Has a magic wand, apparently.
and walks around on its hind legs.
Borf, borf.
Yes, borf borf.
Because the
And
the artist
it
does
is
not
a
have enough of
very,
those already.
very... My only complaint is that there's no option to turn down the walking volume.
So it's like
So
blah,
you
blah,
hear
blah,
this-
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
That-
like the little ploop sound, like every single time you walk.
there's
After a
worse.
while,
There's worse things.
Yeah, but
True.
other than that, it's a really, really nice, pretty, fun game.
I mean, you could have to feed a horse bear. I mean, at least you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Controls are
But-
at least easier than that, right? And that's only one button.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Pivo. I didn't get to finish it, but I definitely will come back to it because I really liked it.
I know who would play that. Gotta add to the wish list. Jessica would play that. She would too. All right, so let's see. Ray, you're up to your second one if you have one.
I also played. I saw this in. What did I see? This came to my attention when Steam was doing this the demo
Yep.
stuff. It's called Filament.
Oh, I remember hearing about the release of that game.
Mm-hmm. It's a little puzzle story game where you control a little robot who has a wire attached to the back of him, and you wrap the wire around pillars to light them up. And
Interesting.
you follow a bunch of rules depending on what level you're on, and different pillars have to get activated in different ways sometimes. And you try and light up all the pillars and then exit through a doorway.
Of course, this game
And
has...
it is quite challenging. Filament, Filament.
Oh, it's L-A. There you go. I got it.
Filament.
There you go. I watched Dodger play this, which is one of the streamers I enjoy.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah,
so-
I like that little thing that they.
it is challenging too. Like a lot of these are not easy to do, even in given enough time.
I could see that.
And the exploration of the ship that you're on is kind of fun. You can find like little key cards that you can bring to terminals to get little bits of story you can read. And the writing is a little funny and yeah, it looks nice. It's well done. It's definitely challenging. I've quite enjoyed it so far.
that's great. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the indie game that I did enjoy this month first. Because, man, I'm going to give hell to that one.
Oh boy.
Streets of Rage 4?
No.
Oh.
Dark Raider.
Well, I mean, I guess I could even... I guess I can speak about that too. Dog Raiders. Oh, Dog Raider. Oh.
Yes.
It has a very... Actually, it has pretty much the exact
Oh yeah,
same
you
art
did talk
style.
about this, didn't you?
Yes, I did. This was in January's podcast, but I finally played it. It's really enjoyable. It's really cheap. It's a game where you're going to die, but when you come back, you don't lose everything. So there's enough of it, for you to keep going. And the action, for a game that looks so cheap, and actually, like, the art style doesn't, like, do it a whole lot of favors when people are like, oh, it just looks like a B-rate indie game. But underneath all that, like, there's a lot of heart in this game. Like, the main character is actually cool. The villains you fight are actually, like, terrible fucking people, not just jokes.
Cool.
It's difficult, but not, like, rage-inducing. So if you want a challenge, I wouldn't say Dark Souls style, but it's challenging where you have to dodge and roll and, watch your boss movements and try and, like, actually, learn how to beat the boss instead of just hacking away until it's dead. But if you can handle all those things, this is actually a game that I would recommend highly. Just like with Murmitch's game, this game is only $6.99, and I've enjoyed what I played with it so far. I didn't find any issues. There was no crashes. There was no issue whatsoever. And
Pretty good.
Nice.
yeah, and
This reminds me of Children of Morta.
to be fair,
pretty much the same art style too.
When I bought it, I paid $3.31 for it. It was on sale.
Nice.
Nice.
But no, you know what? I would say $7 is a solid price for this game. So if you want something indie, something that no one else is playing, and is a nice, fun hack and slash RPG style game, it's a recommendation for me.
Did I see it still has an early access tag? It looks like, so it might
Yeah.
still be getting more content.
It is.
Good to know.
But you know what? They released it in early access, and there isn't any bugs. I ran into none.
That's quite an achievement.
Yes.
Can we call that the anti-Bethesda award?
Yes. That's another award name for the end of the year. I'm gonna write that down. The
Write that down.
Anti-Bethesda
Anti-Bethesda
award.
award.
Make it official. You heard it, folks, right here tonight.
But instead of the Bethesda award at the end of the year, we're just gonna call it the Todd Howard Award.
Oh yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Because it just works. I mean,
Because it just works.
it doesn't work.
16
but it works.
times the detail.
Detail.
We had 7 studios working on this game. They weren't actually working, but we paid them to sit there. Yeah, I remember when they said that during like we had 7 studios working on this game. It's the
That didn't
biggest-
help you, fucking shit. Look what happened to Duke Nukem Forever. It always comes back to that.
That's called.
Always.
That was called too many hands in the honey jar.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It still boils my blood 9 years fucking later.
Okay. So anyone else got some? Because I only got a couple left, and then we can move on.
Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
I don't got any.
Digimon.
Yes, I do know that I've actually played this 2 years ago on a PS Vita, but since it recently came to PC, well, I wouldn't say recently, since it was 7 months ago. I only just recently decided to pick it up for PC, and it definitely runs better on PC than it did on the PS Vita, but it ran smoothly regardless, despite the.
Any improvements in the ports?
It works just as well as it probably would have on a PS4, I guess. So there's a plus. No bugs, no crashes, nothing bad. It's just that some of the objectives for the cases that you get, because you're a detective, you're basically a digital detective in this specific Digimon game. Some of the cases that you're on, they don't show you exactly where you got to go. You have to like pay attention to words that are spoken in dialogue, or at least you have to read the dialogue, because most of the dialogue is not spoken. It's just text. But the voices that are there, they're all Japanese. You cannot have English voices. It's not.
Huzzah!
It's purely subbed. There's no dub whatsoever.
Hooray!
Where's the just mod?
Hashtag subscript.
So yeah, but don't worry if you're a slow reader, don't worry. The dialogue lines are all you have to press a button to actually go to the next dialogue line. So
Well, that's nice.
there's no auto button. Unfortunately, for those that want to play it a second time, because you can play 2 runs, and there's also a second game that comes with it as well, which I have not played. I've only played the original Cyber Sleuth that came out first, because there's a game that is the sequel, I think, or it's a prequel. I'm not sure. I haven't played, so I can't really answer that question. But I have played the other one at least, say 20 odd hours, with combined times, maybe 30. Yeah, it's definitely a Digimon game with like very similar combat to Pokemon, except you have 3 Digimon that battle at the same time instead of just like 1-on-1 or 2-on-2.
Nice.
You can have a reserve party of, say, let's see, 8, I think. You have 3 in front, and you have a reserve of up to 11. So you have 3 in front, and the rest of them can be switched out in the midst of battles. So, but you've also got to keep an eye on your memory. You have to start with 25, so you can only have Digimon at any stage of their evolutions that match up to that number, because if you go over, you have to switch Digimon out for lower memory expenditures.
Yep.
So, because as you digivolve Digimon, they require more memory to keep in your party. So you go from training 2, rookie, to champion, to ultimate, and Mega. It's at least from what I can remember of watching all those Digimon cartoons and anime way back when. That's when I first got into Pokemon and Digimon, way back in the 90s, where they hailed from.
In the 90s.
And I remember the Digimon theme, still to this
Way
day.
to set me free.
But hey,
So,
Digimon. This is the first Digimon game I also actually played. I had never played any of the Digimon game, and they have been going since 1999. So yeah, Digimon is almost as old as Pokemon, but missing out in like 3 or 4 years.
so is this a buy it at retail price, buy at a sale, or buy on a deep sale?
If you're a complete fan of Digimon and you're into the whole detective theme, yeah, you can buy it at the price it is, because it's not exactly a full price game, but you get 2 games for the price of 1.
Well, that's
So
nice.
yeah, it's definitely a buy if you're a fan of the detective theme and Digimon. If you're not, wait for at least to say 25% off. But hey, if you're a fan of JRPGs, then yeah, of course, why wouldn't you buy this game? But of course, you have to be a fan of turn-based games or Digimon in general. Otherwise, no. Or Pokemon, even. Hey, you could be a fan of either
Yeah.
or.
The fewer
Yeah.
things you,
Yeah.
the fewer of these tags you conform with, the more of a sale you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
The more of them that you conform with, the less of a sale you need.
All,
terms of-
all the tags
terms-
I'm reading right in front of me are like, okay, yep, you got me. Yep, there's my wallet. 'Cause RPG, anime, JRPG, turn-based, and single player. Yeah, you won.
It's pretty much a single
Hey,
player. but
Macarena.
there is a PvP mode you can do, which you have to go to the Digilab to access that, because you can't access anywhere else in the main game, because it literally is like it's semi-life simulator kind of thing, like slice of life kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fun if you like Digimon and you don't mind turn-based combat. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'd definitely recommend it.
Awesome.
I'll have to keep an eye on that.
I can't wait to actually freaking finish it this time.
All right, so who's next?
I guess I can do my review game.
Okay.
No, I was reviewing In Other Waters,
Another Waters.
which was an interesting kind of story experience so far. Still haven't finished it, but
Okay, what would you say?
it's simple and it doesn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of got a unique way of interacting with the story or whatnot, because you're playing the AI in a diving suit, and the only way you can communicate with the diver is with like a yes or no. And so most of your story is just the diver talking to you about things, and sometimes you get to affirm or deny whatever they're talking about.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you can just kind of explore from a top-down kind of map view and gather samples of things, scan wildlife. It's almost kind of got this Subnautica feel to it, but not, quite as detailed or
the in-depth
3D.
Yeah.
missing a dimension or two.
It's 1D.
That's a
Once,
point.
if you do fully like scan or because you can take samples back to your habitat and then do research on them. If you fully research something, you get more. You don't just get like the like lots of little lore blurbs about how it acts, what kind of creature it is and stuff. You can actually get some art drawn of the life form. So while on the map everything kind of looks like circles and dots and triangles and doesn't have a lot of detail, you can still get some detailed pictures of things if you take
nice.
the time to research things. So it's cute. It's probably not for everyone, obviously. It's
It's a
there
niche-
is
niche-
some like oxygen and power management to some degree with getting around, but it's not too hard so far. So I'd say it's mostly casual, but if you're interested in that kind of casual, laid-back exploration story experience. It's worth $15.
All right. Cool. All right. So Murmitch doesn't have any more. Do you have any more, Silver?
Yes.
Okay. What you got?
Signs of Life.
Okay.
Now, I will note that this game is not yet finished, at least in story content-wise, but it has enough in the game where you can play at least for maybe 20, 30 hours. I put about 50-ish hours into the game. I've kind of lost track. So if you're a fan of Terraria or even
Starbound?
Minecraft or Starbound, especially Starbound, you probably would like this kind of game. So basically, you're a human survivor that has crash landed onto this alien planet
Good evening,
that has
Dan.
a lot of these, like, alien structures upon it, and you basically have to go through the story elements, try to find out why it's there, what these aliens are, and what happened to the on-planet side research base.
Okay.
And as you progress, more and more things are revealed to you, and you get better equipment as you find more resources to build it. You can base build as well, but I personally haven't really found the desire to do that when there's already bases there for me to utilize. I mean, you know what I mean? What's the point of building something when you've got something there already for you?
Unless you can make it better.
True, but yeah, there are things you could build that can improve its usefulness.
So this game's
But,
been in early access since January 27th, 2014.
Yeah, and I've had it for about maybe 2 or 3 years now. It just got update 16, which actually added more of the story. It's almost done, though, from what the devs have said. The story is almost done.
Nice.
I can't wait to actually finally find out what these aliens are and how we can and what comes next, because it's really interesting. And yes, there is a fucking cyberized chicken. There's actually 2 of them. The second one is a hell of a lot harder to fight than the first one. Let me tell you that. Oh boy, but they do have weak points that you have to exploit. But doing it solo is very challenging because you have to try to get behind it to try to get its weak point, which is actually where its tail is.
Yeah.
It's hard to shoot. But the game also does have multiplayer, but I've not tried that because obviously I don't want to play with randoms. I don't trust them.
I don't blame you there. Thank you for
But, yeah.
converting your sub, Dan. Much appreciated.
Hey, Dan.
Hey,
Ew.
I also like the inventory management system where you can do either grid or you can actually do like the bag system that you can see in one of the screenshots. But that is a bit cluttered and a bit clunky. Even if you sort everything, everything's too tightly packed together, which is why I choose the grid instead of the actual bag system.
Yeah.
But I mean, the game is very vibrant in its color palette, and you can destroy pretty much almost every block in the game, except for like story element focused blocks,
Well,
like
yeah.
the ruins, where you get something special and powerful that you can't get anywhere else. But I'm not gonna spoil that kind of stuff. That's if you want to do the story content.
Can I say that Silver is a curse on early access games?
Why?
Because
Excuse me, Tim. Excuse me. I bought Starbound when it was still in early access, and it finally got fucking released like 3 years ago.
Because
So,
every game in early access that I buy that Silver already has been in early access for either 5, 4.5, 4 years.
at least some of them get released.
Like Crosscode did.
Yeah,
did.
that got released.
Secret of
Starbound-
Grindium might come out by the time I'm 50.
Well, it's in what? It's in version 8 now, 0.8 or something
Yeah.
like that. They're almost done with their story too.
Yeah.
I haven't reached beyond chapter or act 2, whatever you want to call their progression.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
when I'm like, that's a cool game, Silver. I'm gonna hop on the early access train with you, and then I'm like 3 years later going, what happened to the game? It's on 0.065499.
So from now on, if I suggest any game that's in our early access. Wait until it's finished at least. Then maybe.
Unless it's a very unless it's in really good shape the way it is. Like
Yeah, I mean,
Slay the
it's
Spire was in
totally-
early access, but I didn't give a shit because the game was great.
This is totally playable as is.
Yeah.
Totally playable. It's just that I wish there was more story. I just wish they wouldn't take so long putting in the fucking story content.
Like-
because it's legitimately interesting.
Dude, the first early access game I ever got back in the day was Broforce.
Oh, I will say though, this game does not hold your hand. There's a lot of stuff that you need to figure out how to do yourself. Like when it comes to making specific resources, you do need like built-in world objects, like the material printer that basically 3D prints various advanced materials and weapons and other objects, like the power cores, energy weapons, stuff like that. Because you can't craft them with like a workbench or something like that. It's not advanced enough, so you need to build a material printer for that kind of thing.
Alright.
It's very involved.
So
It's
is this a buy at the price it's at, or wait for a sale?
for its content? It's actually a buy. It's
Okay.
pretty damn cheap for what it is.
Yeah, $9.99 is not a bad price for what it is.
Yeah.
While it's not on the the content level as like Terraria is, of course, that's got thousands of items that you can craft and find.
But for what
But
it is,
that-
it's got enough, right?
This game actually has a story. Terraria doesn't.
Look at him
So,
talk shit about
This,
Terraria.
this game does actually have progression that's tied to story as well as outside of story.
Oh.
So you can play both ways. You can ignore the story completely and literally still progress through the tiers of equipment and whatnot. Or you can pay attention to story and still get better as you go. You probably would get better as you play through the story. But either way, it's totally up to you how you wish to play a game. I mean,
That's very true because everyone plays differently.
indeed, I ain't the master of these games. I just like to play them.
All right, so I'll do one of mine next, which is a game that I was showing these guys the other day, which is Hypercharge Unboxed,
Yes.
which is a game that we'll be playing on Saturday. Well, whoever wants to play it, but I will be playing on Saturday. It's basically Toy Soldiers meets Tower Defense and first-person shooter. I find it to be really cool. I really enjoyed it so far. The customization's really funny. You can make tons of toys. There's tons of environments. There's toy stores out back of your house, like with the grass and everything else. There's the kitchen, which looks like a blast because I can hide behind a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know, like you don't have to do too much to impress me. Just be different. And this game feels different, but it actually feels like nostalgic and nice, and it's not overly expensive. It's not pushing hardcore microtransactions unless you really want to play that way. Yeah. Thank
It's
God.
definitely reminds me of Army Men way back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
PS1 era. Oh, man.
And at full
Good
price, it's $20. And I think still right now you can get it for 11 on Humble. That's pretty good. And on Humble you can buy 4 packs of the game, which I might do. Might do.
Yep, of course.
But yeah, I highly recommend this game. If you want to check it out more, come see the stream on Saturday. I'll be playing it along, either solo against some PvE, or if anybody wants to play, we'll team up and hit some. But it's a good game, and I'm willing to show it off more. That's for damn sure. All right. So anybody else got any more, or can I finally rage?
You can rage.
Yeah, I'll leave you to rage this time.
Okay. Well, I have 2 ones that I'm not gonna rage about, but I'm gonna do this one first. 'Cause
Alright.
I've been thinking about this fucking pile of horse shit for the whole entire month.
If only Glove was here to hear it.
Okay, so this is Shadow Gangs, right? Looks like a pretty fun game, right? Looks like, your basic, like, old school beat 'em up game. Kind of like what you'd want Streets of Rage to be. Unfortunately, you can only get hit once.
Oh.
And okay, so you find little things laying around that will transform you into ninja mode. If you go into ninja mode, which they're showing right here, where you can have guns and swords and stuff, it makes it so instead you can get hit twice. But even then, you get hit twice, and enemies just jump the fuck on top of you. They don't fucking care. There is no, like, escape. They will just literally jump on top of you, and you're dead.
Jeez.
So,
Well,
I played it for about 2.5 hours and made it, like, past the first screen twice. Because literally, the game is fucking ridiculously either they designed it to be really hard or it's just broken at this point. Either way, like, I'm good at, beat 'em up games, but this is fucking ridiculous. I don't
Shit.
It's not even enjoyably hard. It's just frustratingly hard. There's nothing. I cannot say one good thing about this game. The controls are wonky. The graphics are fucking muddy. The soundtrack is the same 3 tracks looped over and over and over again.
That's not good.
The AI's version of attacking is to just either run into you and give you damage, or jump on top of you and give you damage. So,
Fuck.
it doesn't even have enough reviews on here for it to actually have a review rating. I think I might write a review after the stream.
You should.
And
Yeah.
and be like, listen, I understand that this is like labor of love for you, and I've read the reports about like this game being made by one guy. It took like 6 years. Sorry, your game still is not great. It don't matter how.
maybe you should have taken another month or 2 or another year.
Yeah, it's like the soundtrack.
check.
The soundtrack was even made by a lead guitarist over a 5-year period. Sorry, bud.
What soundtrack?
Yeah, you need to, like, if you're gonna write soundtracks, 1, know how to play more than one instrument. 2,
Yeah.
learn how to play that instrument better.
Oh, is it that bad?
And 3, don't be
that's-
ballsy enough to sell your soundtrack when your soundtrack is like 3 to 5 tracks that are all generic and garbage. So here's what I say: I've hardly ever do this in the podcast, is trash a game super hard. This game is a do not buy, do not look at, do not buy at a deep sale, do not buy anything. This game is fucking trash. There,
Wow.
there,
Oof.
and it's $30. It's $30 for a
$30?
piece.
$30?
It's $30 for a piece of trash.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That looks like
What,
a game
mate?
that would be at maximum 10.
Look at you can buy Shadow Games and game
What?
and the soundtrack bundle for $35.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes,
Mein Gott.
that's
The
$30.
soundtrack is 10 fucking bucks.
Yep.
You
That's
are better off.
sad.
You are fucking better off buying Dusk and its soundtrack, and it's fucking cheaper than that piece of shit.
Think about it this way, guys.
What, Mike?
Both.
I have
You what?
I have 1,200 games on Steam. This
Oh
is
my fucking God.
this is the first game I ever got a refund for.
Wow.
The first one ever.
That's fucking atrocious.
You want a review quote? There it is, right there.
Yeah, I
This is
never.
the first game I've ever considered. I've actually fucking got a refund for.
Yeah, there's been games that have been shit, but not enough shit for me to refund it. This was shit enough for me to refund it, and I wish I could have an extra $10 because I had to listen. Because I had to listen to that shitty soundtrack. You can take your $10 and shove it up your fucking ass.
Wow. But
Yeah.
there you go, guys. If you wanted a more blunder of an opinion about this game, look no further.
Listen,
than
I would have
mine.
rather played Feed the Horse Bear than played this fucking shit. Next time we'll switch and you can play it, Murmitch.
Ooh,
See how far
shit,
see how far
jeez.
you make it.
I don't know if you.
Well, at
if
least it
this
has more
game
controls
is
for Feed the Horse Bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, but they don't function very well. When you hit down and you duck like literally 3 seconds later, that ain't working.
Wow.
That's not good.
That's
Not
terribly unresponsive compared to Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
Which,
Is the game I'm talking about next. Now that I can get myself. Yeah, see, like,
hey,
now I can get myself in a better mood.
you see, Streets of Rage 4, however,
Is it
fucking amazing. I mean, it's my first Streets of Rage game. I would admit that. I've never played the other three.
You know, it's a kick in the dick. is
But-
it's $25 for Streets of Rage 4.
Oh my goodness.
$5 cheaper.
$5 cheaper, way more enjoyable. I've
Oh, yeah.
I've played through the game almost twice now. I've unlocked a lot of the retro characters. I love the combat. I love all the characters. I think all of their moves are pretty fucking unique and cool. The unlocks in the game are amazing. I haven't found the. I've even had to look up now where I'm gonna start looking up the boss fights that are secret boss fights where you can fight in retro areas.
Oh?
Yeah, there's actually Easter eggs, and you can fight in retro areas where actually the map is retro, and you can still
Oh,
play as your.
shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
There's a few of those that we have not done yet. And for $25, this is a total steal. If you're
Especially if you like the other three.
if you
games.
like beat 'em ups, if you like Streets of Rage 1 through 3, if you were like me and owned a Sega Genesis growing up, this game soundtrack amazing, graphics
I would agree with that, yeah.
beautifully drawn. You know, they did a really really good job with like the art style of this game. It works. The combat's fluid. It doesn't feel stiff. The bosses are interesting and fun, and they have 2 phases apiece, and there's enough of the story to tie the shit together. I mean, it doesn't need to be amazing, but it's enough where you're like, all right, I could see their motivation here or there. Yeah, it's a great game.
Even though I'm not really that great at these kind of games, I'd give this game a fucking 9.
Yeah,
Very close to a 10. Because of how smooth everything is. From the music transitions to the actual, the combat transitions, the animations for the combat. The boss fights, sure, most of them are pretty fucking challenging, and a lot of the boss moves are bullshit. But hey, that's Streets of Rage for you, am I right?
yeah. And,
Oh yeah, I love this game.
all right, and this is just I would say a preview review because I haven't played a ton of it, but I have to talk about it. It's the new XCOM game.
Chrome Squad.
Okay, it's not a full-fledged game. Might as well just say that right off the bat. It's not a full-fledged game, but I feel like they've added enough to it, even though they take away some like the variety in the game by having like solid characters.
Yep. The customization, especially.
Yeah, but the breach system is fucking amazing. I hope they add that to XCOM 3. I hope that's...
With how much good reception it's gotten, I can't see how they won't.
Yeah, and the game was $9.99 until May 1st. Now it's $20. But, I guarantee they sold enough copies to make money by doing that. The game's got 10...
Sold enough copies to make XCOM 3.
Yeah, I mean, look at this game may have cost $9.99 when they sold it, but it has over 10,000 positive reviews.
Okay, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's an endorsement.
Yes. So, what I would say is, if you don't have it and you like XCOM, what the fuck are you doing? Buy that shit, play that shit. I'll get back to you. I'll probably revisit it next month when I've had more time to get into it. But for this point is, if you like XCOM, fucking play it. It's not that much money. You really don't have an excuse in this case. It's good enough where, okay, but I will be fair. If I had a choice between Gears Tactics or this, I would definitely play Gears Tactics still. Because they feel
More
similar.
full of a game.
Yeah, it's more of a full game. And like I said, the mixture of Gears with the XCOM stuff and a little bit of like difference on top of it, it's just really refreshing. Like I love XCOM 2. I'm not gonna say that, but if you've played XCOM 2, you've played every run of XCOM 2. So there's there's not much you're gonna do different every run, unless you get fucked. But that's not really a difference in your run. But yeah, like for a budget title, this is plenty good. See, and Glav says it was hella fun as well.
That's Dan.
You mean Dan? Yeah.
I mean, sorry, yeah, I apologize. Ugh.
I'm sure Glav would say the same thing too.
Yeah, Glav would say this.
Probably.
All right, so now that we're done with all that, that's all the games that we were playing, right?
Think so. Anybody got anything else?
All right.
Not me.
No, I don't want to extend this too long. Nah, I'm alright.
So-
I'll speak about the other game when it's a bit more fleshed out.
So what we're going to talk about is the replacements for E3 this year.
Oh yes.
So we're going to discuss Summer Game Fest. EA Play is going digital this year. They're going to have a digital event in June. So you're still going to get your Madden and FIFA like fucking circle jerk where they go like, listen, this year in Madden, we're going to make we got the football has 16 times the detail. Tom Howard came to work on Madden 13.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Todd Howard got Bethesda and 7 other studios to come work on our football.
It's the most ambitious Madden game yet. We
It
had
took them 3 years to get it done. It still kind of does deflate sometimes, but hey,
I don't want to imagine it, but now I can imagine a Fallout or an Elder Scrolls based football game.
all right. So
No, just no.
There's a mod for that.
done? Ray, Tim, what have you fucking done? My vivid
There's a mod
imagination.
for that.
yeah.
You
So
jerks.
to
No,
let
no,
the-
I meant a fully fledged game. No mods. No fully fledged fucking football game based in either the Fallout universe or the Elder Scrolls universe.
there you go.
I'd say most of the mods for Fallout and Skyrim games probably are better suited to be defined as full games than the actual game that they're built on.
I will agree. I will agree because like Fallout 3, there was this really amazing mod called A Devil's Wish. That was fucking amazing. Voice acted and everything. It was great mod that was.
So, how this works with the Summer Games Fest is like they have a schedule of all the events that are tied to this game festival. The first one being tomorrow, which is the Inside Xbox
Inside
event,
Xbox.
yeah, which is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then on May 12th, they're going to have just a random surprise game reveal with Jeff Keighley.
Fun.
I'll see if I can. I'll see if I'll be awake for that time. I don't know if I will because it's 4 p.m. Maybe asleep. I don't know.
So this
We'll
is
see.
one. This is one I'm kind of excited about. Is June 9th, they're doing another Steam Game Festival Summer Edition.
Yay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then they're doing Night City Wire, which is a whole Cyberpunk 2077 event on June 11th.
I definitely would want to watch that one.
Also on June 11th is the EA Play event that I mentioned earlier. And
Good luck getting anybody to watch that when Cyberpunk 2077 already took the show.
Depends on what time. If they're the same time, well, then EA's fucked.
Yep.
Unlikely.
Because it says time to be determined on that one.
That's true. That's true.
TennoCon is also part of the Summer Game Fest.
Ah, they've actually put TennoCon on there. Yeah, I've heard. We've heard that TennoCon's going full digital this year, but
That's one me, Ray, and Murmitch will definitely watch.
Yep,
Most
that's
likely.
July 11th.
I mean, we watched last year, so why wouldn't we watch this year's?
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
looking forward to the big reveals.
And August 24th is Gamescom.
Excited.
But actually, the people involved in all this, there's gonna be a lot more added because I think what did he say?
That's not all.
Yeah. So the publishers that are associated with this are 2K, Activision, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Blizzard, Bungie, CD Projekt Red, Digital Extremes, EA, PlayStation, Private Division, Riot Games, Square Enix, Steam, WB, and Xbox.
But wait, there's more.
Not yet.
There might
Maybe.
be. There might be.
No,
I
but
was just quoting from a movie. I'm sure you can
Of
tell
course. We know.
But this is basically, they're going to have their own shit that goes on. But what they're basically doing is putting together all the content for everything, for every event. So that way you can...
One-stop shopping.
Yes, you can know where and when and how you need to get your digital content fixed. So like I said, tomorrow I am going to watch the Inside Xbox event. Take notes, check out the world premieres, because there's supposed to be a whole shit ton of those. The Sunrise event, I will probably check out as well, because I'm home, or most of us are home right now.
Probably.
So if I'm bored, I can hop on my phone and watch all these events anytime I want. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. At least with E3 not being around this year due to whatever. I just figure it's nice that we can still get, excited about games and take your mind off of bullshit for a while.
Time to get excited.
And the other thing we're going to talk about this month, which is less of an opinion, less of a discussion, and more of like just putting it out there. The Last of Us 2 leaks.
Oh boy.
If you're
Oh boy.
if plot points of your game get revealed, I understand being upset about that. 100%. It doesn't
Absolutely.
mean that you abuse the YouTube copyright system to fucking take down every video.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Dog. What the fuck are you doing?
Like,
It's too late. The leaks are already out there. There's no-
Exactly.
now, here, listen, I have no problem with them taking down videos that show the actual clips from the leak.
Yeah,
But-
this is why I've been avoiding a lot of fucking social media things.
But that's
I
not
don't-
that's not the problem. They're taking down videos that don't even have the leak footage in it.
Right?
They just have it where people are talking about it and they take down their video.
Yeah, that's some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's
You shouldn't fucking do that.
You can't copyright just words.
You can't
No.
copyright opinions.
I mean, it'd be one
No.
thing if it's a song, or if you're quoting something, or if you're even that's a stretch. But if you're just discussing a game plot, they don't own your words. They can't
That's
just
right.
They don't own your opinions.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but that's exactly what they did. And
You did the one thing you shouldn't do on YouTube.
Yeah.
Besides,
Silence people about their opinion.
besides recording video footage of people who have committed suicide.
but here's an issue for me, right? I don't have a problem with people protecting their intellectual property. Whoever leaked it, like I heard it was somebody hacked and it was a server hack, and that's how they got all the footage.
Oh,
they got.
they'll say whatever they want.
Yeah,
there, I'm
but
sure.
whatever, right? I don't care how it happened or whatever. If it's out there, sure, you should do damage control, but you can't overstep your boundaries. You can't stretch the law of copyright to
Yeah, right.
do your whim. Like years ago, right when the Switch first came out, Nintendo was notorious for that. They would fucking take down everything because they wanted you in that. What was it? Nintendo.
Nintendo partner program, their partner.
Yeah, the partner program, and it's fucking crazy. Like, you can't. I understand. Like in video game properties, I get that part. If you use a trailer and you don't speak over it or use it for fair use or anything, I get it. But I don't really care. I don't feel sympathy for a company that makes millions and billions of dollars every year. If they have a security breach, someone leaks their footage and then they just attack everybody because of it.
Especially when they've got such a shitty crunch going on.
And
With a lot of the games, not just the one.
and you know what? It wouldn't have been a problem if they leaked the game if it didn't have such a controversial fucking plot point in it. I am not going to discuss it, Silver. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that people are pissed off because you basically social justice warriored the whole fucking game.
Right, bro.
And there is no excuse to like push an agenda in a game and then get pissed off when people don't like it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Shitty.
You're asking for it at that point. You are asking for it.
Okay, okay. Other example.
Fine. But if you fucking try to shove something down my throat, fuck off.
Listen, okay. Here's another one. Cyberpunk 2077 announced today that
Oh, yeah.
that they have several different type of genitalia that you will be able to choose from in the game.
Your genitalia.
Did they announce it, or did it just kind of come out as people
thing-
read the ratings of different countries?
No.
They
did
said
actually
that. Yeah,
They
they
announced it? Okay.
Yeah.
That you can
And then-
customize your body in various kinds of ways, but it makes sense for that game in particular because it's the year 2077, cyberizing your body and customizing your body to the way you want to look
Body
is
modifications make sense.
Yeah, but you know what? It still pissed people off.
well, fuck the little
Not
snowflakes.
surprising.
No, it's not
Fuck the
snowflake.
difference.
It's trannies.
Well, Fuck them. They don't like it. Don't buy the fucking game. What's your fucking problem? It ain't gonna affect you, you little fucking Marty pussy. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. It ain't gonna affect you.
about this stuff.
It ain't based on your fucking real life. It's a motherfucking video game.
Twitch staff, if you're seeing this, I didn't say that.
Human. Human. Get your head out your fucking asses.
Team
and live
Right
your
does
life.
not condone this kind of behavior or language.
And moving on. I'm sorry, but I don't fucking like stupid. I fucking hate stupid.
Oh,
We all
people,
hate stupid.
especially now when people have nothing else to do, you're gonna have people
Focus on-
you're gonna have people getting mad about more dumb shit
Especially
than
when
even
it's
normal.
in particular, because it's a fucking video game.
Yeah.
It's not your fucking life.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I think the news got everybody a little testy this week. So
Especially me.
thankfully,
What little bit there was.
well, you know what? Next month, you guys better be prepared because there's gonna be a ton of news. Ton of news.
Ton of news.
With all the
Ton of
game,
news,
with
you
all the
tell-
game
you tell me
releases.
there's a ton of news.
Yeah, tell the news. Yeah, you know.
All right.
What are you doing? What do you mean? What do you mean there's news? There's news. It's like the bee's knees. The-
What kind of
games
news?
look
Like news, news, new news?
I'm from the 1920s. It's the bee's knees.
Got a lot of games looking forward to
Okay,
this
so
month.
remember, guys, and when we go through our games that we are looking forward for the next month. One, if anybody out there has an opinion or if they've seen this game and like it or not, you can make yourself know. But out of the games that you pick, you have remember you just so I can write it down. You have to tell me which one you are going to review for next month, so that way we can keep track of everything. And if you forget, at least I have it written down.
Picking
I mean,
one
I'll have it. I'll have
would be
it
hard.
Murmitch, yours is already picked for you. You should have already wrote it down.
Oh,
If you want to pick one for yourself, though, then you're more than welcome.
Then you
I
have to
know.
review 2 games, not one.
So
well, I mean, he kind of did this month too.
He's got-
two,
Yeah, I
and
got
horsebear,
two, though.
he's got 4 weeks to review 2 games.
depending on
That's
when they come
fine.
out.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I could do that.
So who wants to go first on this one? Okay, let's get the obvious one out of the way. Halo 2, it's coming.
Halo 2. Oh man,
They don't have any
Who's
footage on
excited?
Steam, so I can't show it.
get excited!
Yes, I am.
Well, I will get the blasted Master Chief Collection when I actually have the motherfucking money to do so.
All right,
I
all
pay.
right.
I
He's
paid.
tight. I keep getting annoyed if people keep bothering me about that.
Listen,
So stop.
I paid for a year of Amazon Prime and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so I'm gonna play it. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like having bills hanging
Bring
over
it
my head, so I just paid for a year.
Neither do I, but you know.
You know how much it was for a
money's
year?
Tight. Money's tight.
It's $15 a month. How much do you think it was for a whole entire year?
Oof. Over 100?
Nope.
Oh, that
really?
wouldn't be much of a discount.
I got it at $80
That's a
for a
decent
year.
discount.
And that means that the Xbox console and my computer will have the Game Pass for.
That is actually half price,
Yeah.
more or less.
Mhm.
No, not bad.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
Me,
Okay.
Sounds like Murmitch does.
Okay. What do you got, Merch?
We'll go alphabetical.
just because I'm worried about somebody else, specifically Tim, talking about it. Time lie.
Time
Crap, I
Lie.
did actually see that one on my second pass through. That is
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. And no, I did not have this on my list.
good choice.
Time lie.
Good choice, Murmitch. I had that on my list when I went
Ooh,
the second pass.
time manipulation. All right, let's see what this is all about. All right, explain.
Basically, it's a stealth game where you can after moving, you can choose to move the time backwards in case you mess up,
Okay.
or you can move time forwards to see like what pathways the enemies are going to take so you can sneak past them.
I like anything to do with time travel. To be honest with you, that's
So,
pretty
yeah.
cool, actually.
And I'm a fan of
Right?
stealth games. So,
And she has a cat.
And that's true. There is a cat there.
The best part. There is a cat.
yes.
So, Murmitch,
That's
is
best
this the one? Is this the one you're reviewing for this month?
don't know, but like I can tell that Ray would probably also want to review this.
No, I'm fine without reviewing this one. It looks good. I saw that and I liked it.
All right,
but, I
Murmitch.
don't think
Unfortunately, there's a cat in this, so this is your second review. So, You don't get a choice. So cats for the win. So you got one about panties and one about pussy. So
Man, you turned those two into a perfect joke. Well done, Tim.
Gosh,
Well
I'm
done.
in
That
good
was the
fo-
only reason he did that, but yeah.
Yeah, that was the only reason. But hey, nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, Eric. But yeah, listen, I had to tie that together. It was too easy.
Of course. Low hanging fruit, you know.
You know me, I like to grab that low hanging fruit, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Moving along.
All right, Silver, you're up next.
Atom RPG Through the Grad.
All right, so I know that you've played Atom RPG before.
Yep. I'm a fan of the post-apocalyptic theme RPGs, and this is basically a better Fallout game. There, I fucking said it.
Okay, so
But this is a sequel to a better Fallout game.
it's a turn-based role-playing game. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's like traditional, like original Fallout 1, Fallout 2 sort of combat,
Okay.
where based on the stats and the weapons that you use and action points, which are basically the defining factor of how many movements or attacks you can do in one turn.
Okay.
And because of the whole theme, I'm definitely looking forward to its sequel because it improves on a lot of stuff, especially the skill tree, which was a freaking mess in the first game. But hey, I'm glad that at least they're improving, and they're not using this as an excuse just to make another another story. But hey, why the hell not? More content, yes please. More game.
And
more
at
story.
least
Yes,
it
please.
mentions that Wasteland and Fallout are like its
Inspiration.
motivations. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All right, so
that's for sure.
this is not the review one, though, right?
No,
Okay.
it might be, maybe. I don't know. We'll see when I determine from the other 4 that I have on the list. But I'll keep this one in mind. It depends on how long it would take me to finish it. Besides, because it's going to be in early access when it comes out.
That's probably a harder one to review. I get that.
Yeah. I'd rather wait till it's actually finished.
Unfortunately, a
before I
couple of mine are already out, but I'm still going to mention them.
I
of
think
course.
it's fair as long as
Hey,
they came out in May, right?
It's only because we backed up the podcast a couple days.
Yeah, if it came out in May, Tim,
So-
that's fine.
So I'm going to do Population Zero.
Ah, yes. You
I
seen
did
the
see
review
that, and
of
it did look kind of nice.
So now it's
I saw the
out.
reviews. I saw the reviews earlier yesterday.
This looks so
It was
much like
mostly
Fallout.
Yeah, it said mostly negative.
Huh.
What a-
And now it's mixed.
That means
that was concerning.
that means they must have done something to get it up there.
Mm.
But it does look really good.
It's very good.
Yeah, but
It
that's
looks
only
much
a
better than Fallout
trailer.
76.
That's only a trailer, though. I need to see proper gameplay, at least 30 minutes of it to have any sort of. any
Okay,
opinion.
here we'll bring up the battle system trailer.
Mhm.
Obviously, without sound because I'm not getting copyrighted for obvious reasons.
Yep.
But let's see what it actually looks like when people fight.
Various hand weapons, such as swords,
///.
Okay, it still looks pretty even when it's not in trailer mode.
strikes, block, and dodge incoming blows.
Mhm.
In battle, players should watch their stamina, as each input drains the bar.
That looks pretty good.
Those who prefer not
I'd say it looks like it has a decent amount of potential. It's a matter of what kind of content it has and how well it's implemented.
All right, let's.
At this point.
We're gonna do something since it's already out, and I have a chance to see this. What are the reviews? However, I'm compelled to warn people to experience it first. I purchased the Founders Pack Bastion 2. Okay, this is probably why. You have a lot of works. Okay, how about learn how to spell before you're ready to review? Let me talk about the basics of the game you should give us already. Can't press escape to close the menu. No invite join friends. No server select. Keybind mapping. Customizable graphics system.
And there's also no character creation from what I saw at other reviews yet, so you can't customize your character yet. Which is
Sounds like a lot of the negativity is from it being early access and not, fully ironed out yet.
I love this
Surprise,
review.
surprise.
I love this review right here. I lost so much street cred telling my friends to buy this game. I don't think I'll ever be trusted again.
That's definitely a joke review.
Nicely done.
Beautiful.
Okay, so basically, the real complaint is it's super early in development. So
That's what it sounds like.
so you buy something in early access and expect it to be like perfect.
A full experience.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I'll say is I'll watch this one because what, no matter if it's getting wrecked now, people don't understand when you buy something in early access, especially at the start of early access,
Can change.
you're buying a concept.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even buying like core gameplay. You're buying a concept that they will work on.
Yep. Like Empowering Galactic Survival is a great example of one such game.
All right. So,
Sure, it has a lot of content and it's getting improved as time goes on, but it's still in early access.
all right. So I'm gonna look at the other one that already came out, so that way I can at least have those that way. Or unless this one didn't. This one comes out today. This is Arbora.
Arboria.
Yeah, Arboria.
Yeah, I had a look at that one as well.
See,
Arborea.
this looks more interesting to me.
It's a roguelite.
Yes.
I'm a fan of roguelites.
Fascinating.
I've played quite a few. The art style is definitely gritty, but very vibrant to boot. It's a mixture of both. A swamp-like layout as well.
Yeah.
Oh, bones too. Oh. Since it is a dark fantasy roguelite, of course.
Now, see, I want to see how much this game is when it comes out. That's going to be the main tell. Since this
Doesn't
one's
say
also
just yet.
another early access work, so
Don't have to wait too long. I'll look at tomorrow, right? Yeah.
yep. All right.
It doesn't look bad, so it has potential.
All right. So what's the next one for you guys?
All right, Tim, why don't you take a look at Wavy the Rocket?
What is the first word?
Wavy the
Oh,
rocket.
Wavy the rocket. That's why I was looking at it like what?
Be the rocket. Quite the name.
Wave with a Y at the end.
I
Wavy.
got it. I got it.
You got it.
Okay.
Be the rocket.
So this is a. Shit, I keep doing that. As he tries.
Unique
this out-
looking experience, if nothing else.
Yes, definitely precision platformer.
I don't know what it
Evil
has to do with
corporation that
platform
removes a fizz from soda.
Yep.
I like
Yeah.
that.
It was actually pretty funny when
yet. See,
Ray read that.
this would have been another of the joke games at the beginning, but it actually looks like it has a decent gameplay loop.
Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie, it
Interesting.
really does. It seems to have multiple different play styles built into one.
Maybe a few different game modes.
Yeah, it looks
Interesting.
like
So
it's-
you travel along a sine or cosine wave.
And you control the wave, and then a variety of other things are affected.
See, that's
It
actually
doesn't look bad.
that's actually a pretty
It's a
cool
pretty
concept.
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me an English Coke.
Yeah.
Well, it would take a couple of weeks to get there, but if you're really serious about it,
Don't worry, my shirt will take a couple months to get there, so it's all right.
true.
Don't worry, Two Wicked's still waiting on his too.
Yeah.
This company's not exactly super fast.
Nah, it's alright. I'll let you know when it does get here.
Okay. But no, just know that, oh yeah, quick plug for myself, just to let you guys know that by next month, I guarantee we will have merch for the Revolution Gaming Podcast, which is going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
And
Woo.
I don't care how much I have to spend. I have a design. I am going to recreate the design, and you guys are going to love the design. I don't care if I have to drop major money. I'm going to get it done right, and it's going to be great. Okay.
All right.
So when you have the design created, will you show us this time?
Well, of course.
Or will you be able to show us, I should say?
Yes.
Not that will you show us, I mean, will you be able to? Unlike
Yes.
The master.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And
So no review
So, yeah,
on that one
just
either.
looked cute, and it
Yeah, it
deserves some
does.
attention.
It does.
Yeah.
yeah, as Tim said, that concept of the wavelength using for the movement, yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right. You got one, Murmitch?
Wildfire.
Wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do we
This
got
one
here?
looked interesting.
Master of Elements in the stealth game where everything burns. Use
Yep.
your element to start fires, freeze water, and move earth as you outsmart superstitious enemies. That's cool.
Huh.
You can burn everything. That isn't the terrain.
ground.
Huh.
That is cool, though. Murmitch, you're
Well-
making me proud this month, man. You're making me proud.
Yeah, I found like some really cool games this month.
That
Much better than last month.
You know what I always find, and I don't know if this is exactly true, but the months where you find less AAA games, that's where indie games seem to bring their A game, because that's the only time they have to shine, right?
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Because like if you go on Steam and go to new right now, it's all indie games, because there's nothing big coming out. So for the casual gamer, it's like, oh man, I wish there was this, and this, like.
Oh,
You
and
know.
Tim,
Oh, was there
this
co-op?
does have co-op. There is co-op.
Is it online or is it couch?
Hey,
I think it's
Screen shared.
couch,
Yeah.
hey,
but
Ray, do you see who's publishing this game?
Humble Bundle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ray's not the only one with Humble Bundle. Come on. Hello.
No, I just said, do you know do you see who's publishing it? I didn't.
That makes a lot of sense.
I like the
Sneaky.
developer sneaky bastards.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm adding it to the wish list. You win, Murmitch. That's a good one.
You guys get a thumbs up from me, because damn, you
like I
you-
saw this and I was like, "Oh, Tim is gonna love this one."
Yep, that's definitely my my jam.
I'm like, wait, this is a stealth game where you burn shit? Please tell
Yep.
me how this is gonna work, or show me. Either way, I'm intrigued.
When it says that it's similar to Iconoclast, that means I'm gonna buy it
Show me more.
because I love Iconoclast. Okay. Silver, got any more?
Yep.
Okay.
Exterminate. So it's like exterminate, just put a H at the end, at the beginning. Sorry. Bleh.
At the end.
Exterminate with an H.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exterminate.
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 How did I spell that wrong?
Exterminate.
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 I got it. I got it, man. I got it. Got it, bro.
I'm sorry, Tim.
It's on it.
Exterminate.
Don't worry, he got you.
Why can't they just make games with like easy words, dude?
Because
Oh,
all
oh,
of them have been taken.
I know that's the whole
Yeah.
point,
Because
Murray.
it's triple A.
I've got another game that the word sounds like a body part, but it's not. It's spelled differently. So wait for that one.
Exterminate is a top-down shooter, which puts you in the role of an Imperial captain. Your mission is to reclaim a galaxy shattered by centuries of infighting. Customize your ship with dozens of different modules. Weenus. Thanks, Eric. Fight side by side with allied fleets and reunite the galaxy under Imperial. That's cool. So it's a top-down space shooter. That's cool.
Mhm.
Where you build your spaceship out of hexagon-shaped parts, it looks like.
Yep.
Or a really close-up version of asteroids, if you want to go old school about it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember asteroids. Even me.
Joke's on you, Air Razor. I knew that. I watch Good Mythical Morning. Of course, I know what a weenus is.
It's just a silly name though.
Yes, it is. It's very, very, very silly.
Yeah, how much you want to bet it was an intentional name?
Probably.
Probably.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
you know,
baby.
people are going to misunderstand this. Let's make it the worst sounding thing we can.
Hey, baby. Can I send you a picture of my weenus? I have.
Assuming your phone doesn't accidentally autocorrect that.
Disgusting. We're breaking up. They're like, what the fuck? It's the skin of my elbow. You bitch.
It's like.
You're educated.
Hey, listen, baby. I have a giant weenus. Oh, you said penis? No, that's an innie.
Oh.
Martyrdom. Drop a live grenade when killed.
Excellent.
All right, so tell me why you want people to pay attention to this game. I'm getting off track here.
Oh crap! I'm eating. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Dude, put away your
Come on,
weenus.
Trevor. Even I had dinner before the podcast started.
Even I did.
It's
And I don't have any ice cream in the house right now.
It's just strawberries and cream chocolate. Jeez.
Oh my God. This podcast is off the rails.
Tim.
I am so happy.
Tim? No. Anyway,
Strawberries
I'm
and
a fan
cream,
of these
baby.
kind of games because me top-down shooters.
Yeah.
I played quite a few over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the fact that you can customize your ship as well. I really like that factor because I'm all about customization, even if it's just spaceships and not actual character models or anything like that. And the graphics are pretty vibrant, and it looks like it can become like a bullet hell as well, if enough firepower happens around the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool.
I really wanna
So,
see it
just
off-
to remind you, we're getting many games in, and neither Ray nor Silver has mentioned their review game for the month.
because I've got another 3 to say.
I know.
I've got a few games on my list. Don't worry.
No, I'm not harassing you. Just listen.
Patience.
You're one to talk about patience, Silver.
Suspense.
Oh, so we're all gonna do it last. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So my next
Maybe
one.
we haven't even chosen yet. Maybe it's a surprise to everybody.
It'd probably be a surprise to me because I haven't picked mine yet. I got 4 left and I got to figure it out. So my next one, I like racing games. So if I see a good one, I tend to recommend it. This one is Drift 21,
Mm-hmm.
which comes out today, and this is a nice one because you can literally okay, if any of you guys have heard of My Summer Car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So take that and put that in a racing game. You can,
Oh.
if I'm going to show you, like, this is a developer play up on top. You can literally rip the motor out of the car, tear all the pieces out of it, and modify your own engine piece by piece.
Dang.
And then go out and drive it, tune it, put it on everything else, and go race as well. So there's
So what
2
you're
pieces.
telling me is Dirt has nothing on this.
No, it doesn't really. That's the sad part. Like, because this has a whole. If you like me, I like mechanic simulator games. So for me, this is like the best of both worlds because I get to do the mechanic simulation and you get to do the racing, and it's a simulation racer, which is somewhere. I from what I've read, this is somewhere between like the regular Dirt series and Dirt Rally. Like Dirt Rally is like abusive.
Slightly arcadey compared to the
Yeah,
main
well,
series.
Yeah. So it's not like unbearable to drive. It has a lot of sliders that you can turn on and off to make it so it has assist so you don't go spinning out everywhere. But yeah, like for me, somebody who likes to actually work on cars in video games and in real life, and Jess would probably like to play this with me too. But I feel like this is a good mix mash if you get to do the racing game. But if you don't feel like racing, you can just go in and fuck around with your car. Buy parts, tear your engine apart and put it all back together one screw at a time. Fuck it. It's something that I enjoy these type of games. So
Dan liked the Dirt games, right? Is this?
Yes.
This is that alley?
yeah, maybe. I don't think Dan's still out there anymore, but
I was gonna say, I haven't seen him say anything in a while. So.
no, he's not around. But I'll make sure to let him know about it next time I do. But yeah, this is definitely something for my particular interest.
Right?
Okay.
Let's look at Lit, Bend the Light.
Ah, I see you had this one too.
Lit bend the light.
I'm actually surprised you spotted this one.
It took me 2
Okay.
passes to find it, but I did see
Alright.
it.
Light, darkness, and remarkable puzzles. Bend the light. Okay. It's a physics puzzle game. Okay.
Yep, about mirrors and lasers.
That's cool. See, for the right price, see, these games are great, but they're based on a price point. Like, if they're too much money, I can't see myself buying them. But if it's like a $10, $15 experience, then I can see myself being like, all right, this is worth it just to, put myself through it, I guess you would say. Because not all of them are difficult. Some of them are just plain out fun, or if you like science, like I really do. Something
This one
like
seems like it would be easy to
Wow.
like you could just fiddle around with it until you figured something
yeah,
out.
exactly.
Because it looks really fun.
Yes, it does.
Literally bending light. Yeah, it's a pretty
very
cool
like
concept.
prisms.
It's kind of like the whole thing with being able to mess around with lasers and mirrors.
That's cool. May 15th coming to Steam. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So you got any more, Murmitch?
Oh yeah, I've got quite a few more.
Oh boy, he's gonna beat me this month. Okay.
I got 3 more unless one of them gets taken.
He tied me, guys. He tied me. That's okay.
Q.
What?
Just the letter Q. That's it.
It didn't show me anything.
Of course.
Wow.
There it is. I found it. You can't look it up by the letter Q because it's halfway down the page. Don't ask me why. Jump in the neophyte platformer. So this.
It's Geometry Dash, but
Yeah, I love.
more complex.
You know, the funny thing is, I love Geometry Dash. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Geometry Dash! I played way too much.
It
of
makes you
Geometry
rage,
Dash.
but I love it.
Like, Geometry Dash took me the longest time to actually.
And then yes,
do.
this does
And then
look a
this
lot
one
like
looks
Geometry
even
Dash.
more complex.
Wow, that is Ooh.
So, yeah, there's a demo for this, Murmitch.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be an
There's
experience
a demo
right there.
currently available for it.
You're gonna be reviewing this, Murmitch?
Probably.
There you go. We're gonna write him down.
Really?
He's gonna do 3 this month. All right, got him
I
for
like
Q.
Geometry Dash.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my.
I don't know
Our
how.
overachieving little intern, man, they grow up so fast.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't have to do anything to earn this spot though.
He was. He's full of shit. He was here for like 3 years.
We're not supposed to say that out loud.
The next game I talk about, I want one of you guys to play because I can't see myself playing it.
If you want to be honest, the only one that didn't really have to earn it was Ray, because I just fucking asked him to do it.
Wait, what?
I said, if you want to be,
You approached me as well.
well, yeah,
when
I'm
you-
starting a
you-
podcast. I have to ask somebody, right? I can't be like,
Wow.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that, Silver, but
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
I look for people that actually have a what do you call it?
Like-minded,
No,
like-minded-
I don't even want like-minded. I just like people that enjoy video games.
and also have
Passion or attitude
Yeah.
to.
Mhm.
so long as we're all different in our own way, then yeah.
Yeah, Murmitch is completely different. That's why I torture his ass.
It does offer more content than mine's.
Okay,
Other than-
we're gonna put this out here on this bit of film too. Once we reach 200 followers on this channel, Murmitch is no longer the bitch and no longer the intern. After that, it goes to AirRaiser, and AirRaiser's here, so he can hear it this time. But you know,
Yes.
after Murmitch achieves out of his bitch status, then AirRaiser has to be the next one to get up there. Two Wicked already
Get ready,
pa-
Razor.
and Two Wicked already passed that years ago, so I can't make him do it. Unless I have stream muted. Well, you obviously
Based
did.
on that response, you don't have the stream muted. So
Yes, exactly.
Good bluff. Nice
Yeah.
try.
Okay, so who's next?
Silver, you got anything else?
Yep.
All right, oh, yeah.
Related.
Oh God.
It's a game called Related.
I remember scrolling past this one.
Yep.
Take a look at it, but
You know me, I am a
Why can't
fan
Remake just say
of horror games in particular, and psychological horror games.
indeed.
I tend to have.
the art
favorite
style of this is like very, very interesting.
Yeah,
Very-
fractal cat.
So, apparently, from what I've read about the synopsis, is that this girl named Jessica, she is apparently a twin, but one twin controls half the body while the other controls the other half.
Oh Jesus!
And sorry.
I said, oh Jesus! That's not-
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work as a part of the gameplay. Or apparently they said that they master it eventually as they get older, so it becomes easier to move. Not entirely certain about that part, but
Yeah,
Who knows?
it doesn't sound easy.
and it comes out in 7 days.
It
Damn,
looks
so
like a Fran Bow style. Of
Yeah,
game.
there you go.
it
That's what I
does.
was
The
thinking
art
of,
style is
yeah.
very similar to Fanbow, just with a bit more well pronounced detail, I guess, as well as some maybe visual novel elements in there, like with the dialogues between characters. Also, it's a hidden object game, and I've played a few of them in my past. And I'm down to playing with them, and I do like the art style.
Sounds like an interesting story.
Indeed. So yeah, that will definitely be something I may check out. Don't know about review yet, but we'll see, and how I feel about it as time goes on.
All right, my next one is the wonderful 101 Remastered
Ah, yes.
from Platinum Games.
Did you back it, Tim? You
Yes.
did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So, guess what? I'm reviewing this one too. I got 2 of them this month I'm reviewing.
All right.
So I got...
Immediately, I get Beautiful Joe vibes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You should.
I thought it was Beautiful Joe, not Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe is what I
Yeah.
said.
Oh, I thought you said beautiful because accent differences.
Yeah, he was talking about Angry Joe. He is beautiful. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
He's got that Latin swagger, you know what I mean? The swagger.
Yes, Tim.
I swear to God, I could speak.
It's
man.
okay. None of us can speak today. It's fine.
Yes, Tim. Tell us what you're looking for to this game. Yes. But
Because I actually saw a lot of gameplay footage of the original, and I love a lot of things that Platinum Games do because they don't they take chances like a motherfucker. And
This looks like 100 chances rolled into one. How many different game modes are in there? My word.
a lot. And it has co-op, and you're a superhero, and you can beat the fuck out of things. And
Sounds like fun.
What more do you want?
and-
There's your summary right there.
and there's
Stress relief simulator.
and there's a lot of characters. I mean, a lot of characters to choose from.
That's what
Yeah,
it
I
looks
can
like.
tell.
Yeah.
It's basically stress reliever
Okay,
simulator.
okay, here you go. Take a superhero simulator, give it a very like chibi anime style, and then have Platinum Games make it.
There you go.
That's how you.
What more do you need?
This is how you end up there. Just to let you know. So it's out in 12 days. All right, so I only got... Actually, I got 3 left, but I'm going to mention, since it's not on Steam yet, that I'm going to be also playing Shantae in the 7 Sirens. It's not on Steam yet, and I'm hoping it's not Epic exclusive or any bullshit like that, but it's not on anything yet, so I don't know. But yeah, that comes out later this month, and it is confirmed that it is, so the other game I'm going to be playing is the new Shantae game. Which I may take time and play on the Switch instead of PC. I know, blasphemy, but I might actually play it on the Switch instead.
All right, cool beans.
All right, so who's got more? I know Murmitch has more.
I have more.
Okay.
Let's look at Starship Saboteur prototype.
Ooh.
So I feel like this isn't going to be per se a full game, as the title says prototype. I think it's more of a proof of concept than anything, but it does look like a potentially fun, functional proof of concept.
Cat
Yeah,
man. There's
you
a
can
lot of cat-themed developers this week.
Oh.
And isn't that a wonderful thing?
RPG top-down shooter. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And you can play it for free.
Stealth RPG top-down shooter.
Okay.
Interesting.
Hmm.
And you can play it for free right now.
Mm-hmm.
Create your own bullet hell for the enemies.
That actually looks really good for a free shit.
I might give that a try.
I'd be very interested if this is actually, like it says, a prototype, if they're planning on doing a more detailed full game, and to hear more about that. But it looks good.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I wouldn't mind that.
It was made in 16 weeks.
Dang. That's impressive.
Which definitely makes it sound even more like a proof of concept.
Yes.
Yeah, just 4 months.
All right. Murmitch, what do you got?
Yep, I got another one. I'm sure you guys have probably scrolled past this one and saw it. Virtuoverse.
I think I have, yeah.
I just saw that on the main page, actually.
Virtuevers.
Yeah, I just saw it on the main page too.
Yeah.
Virtuoverse. Yep.
The Cyberpunk port and click adventure.
So, point and click adventure, all in the 64. I think it's 64-bit.
Yeah. More or less, yeah. I'm a fan of those kind of games as well, because I have a couple, one like Kathy Rain and something like that.
It kind of reminds me a bit of Cyberpunk, but like in point and click, pixelated adventure style.
It certainly looks like it's taking inspiration from cyberpunk aesthetic.
Yep.
Like,
But it's a story game, and
forward.
you know what? Point and click games actually tend to give you a very good story most of the time.
Well, that's mostly what they have to stand on.
That's what I
usually.
mean. Like, but I've seen ones that have been terrible too.
Oh, of course.
But like, you know, if it's a good point and click, then you're in for a good story. And you know, like you said, what does a point and click game have if it doesn't have a story?
Puzzles, maybe.
Listen,
If that.
this game clicks better than any other game I've clicked before. Normally.
Yeah, it just looks really cool.
Yeah, it does. All right.
I do like the art style. I'm a real huge fan of pixel art. I still am to this day.
All right.
So
So,
it looks nice.
That's why pixel games still exist and
yep.
are still pretty
The
popular.
retro aesthetic will never die.
All right, Silver, you're up.
Very true.
This is the last one because
Mhm.
the other one doesn't have a specific month release date, so I'm just going to leave that one until it actually has a specific month date. Hedera. Hedera.
Okay. I love the look of that face.
Indeed.
And a story-driven 2D horror game about dealing with... Oh, okay. Trauma. Okay.
Trauma through dreams and video games. So I assume you traverse through video game worlds as well as based upon dreams to deal with specific
Very
trauma.
freaky.
And it's got 7 endings, but it's only 1 or 2 hours long. That's actually...
Oh.
That's quite a lot of replay in a 2D little story-driven game.
Similar to games you've played, Celeste. I doubt that somewhat.
And Hollow
I can
Knight.
see the dealing with problems, but
You played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice? What? Okay.
I think you're stretching there, Steam. I think you're stretching.
Yeah.
topically, maybe. Gameplay, no.
No.
Psychologically affecting the character, yeah, but gameplay, no. Hellblade and Hedera are vastly different,
That's very true.
especially in terms of progress and pacing. Probably, I don't know. I haven't seen any gameplay about this yet.
All right. So my next one is
Yeah, that's my last one.
Starship Evo. Sorry.
Yeah,
Stole my last
the
one,
ego.
Tim.
I did? Oh, sorry.
It's fine. I
why
see
you
we
had
both
such a long
had an eye on that.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
oh yeah, I'm a fan of that art style. I really like that little.
Plus,
opening.
it's something, it's a sandbox that you can fuck around in.
Yes,
Exactly.
boxes.
does
It
look pretty
remind the world reminds me a little bit of the Halo rings.
That's probably what they were inspired.
And the cool part is you can go through, like, asteroid fields and fucking...
Yeah,
There's
just like in Empyrean, you can do that too when you're traversing from planet to planet. Pretty cool.
Yes, and it's Moonfire Entertainment.
No cast this time.
But I do like the fact that you can do, there was a cat man walking down across
This is fair.
Yeah.
This is fair.
But-
you can play as aliens or humans.
But I do like the fact that you can do, like, Starship battles and
Yeah,
planetary...
it just looks really cool.
Yeah, and...
Oh wow! I just saw how the ship combat works. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can
Very
build a lot of stuff. You can actually, you know, repair and go outside and do all... It seems like it's just a
The building is kind of different than usual voxel-based building. Like
It's easier than Hyperion's building system. That's for sure.
And you can build the starship of your dreams.
Oh yeah.
course.
If we
And look at
if
the
we all
cars!
get
Look at the
that-
cars!
If we all get that, would we all? If it's
Nice.
would we all play that? I would.
I'd be interested.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what the price tag is. I mean,
Hopefully
and
it's
how much
not
content
Online,
there is.
there's
But
even...
I think it'd
they even have
definitely be fun.
They have even have LA... They have land co-op. I was like, yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'm adding it to the wish list. So we'll find out on the 21st how much it is, because
You know, since
Yeah,
it's
Yeah, that's why I said if we get it. That's why I said if. I never say when. I
Maybe,
never say that.
But unlike a lot of other games on this list, this one isn't going into early access. It's done.
Yes, so
That's kind of surprising because considering its similarities to like Space Engineers, you would think it might start in early access.
yeah.
But if
just
they
like-
think they're going to have enough content for a full release, then that's
Maybe they're doing it the other way
That'll be
around, which is like, release it and then just give gradual content updates afterwards.
that's fair. Not actually have that stigma of the early access tag on it.
Yeah, exactly.
like the other two games, you can actually create your characters
Yeah.
with 4 various ways. Well,
See, like I said, this game seems very interesting to me because it fits the categories that I like of a lot of games, just kind of mishmashed into one. If it
I love.
if it runs good and the
Yeah.
price is low enough, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we may all have a review for this game next month.
Yeah, well, let's see what it
Hey.
delivers.
All right.
So
Anyone
what
else
other
got
games
one
you
more? Because
played?
I only got
Very
one.
small.
I would like to, since we're on the spaceship combat topic already, let's look at Project Genesis. Now, granted, I don't know if this is something I would play, and I'm pretty sure I know the rest of us might not play it either because it is a PvP game. But I like the concept, and it looks really nicely put together so far.
Yeah, I saw the game.
Ooh.
As soon as I saw PvP, I was like, ah.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if they wouldn't be willing to put like more of a co-op spin on it at some point.
Because
But it looks
It does look
it looks like something people could have fun with easily.
Yeah.
So
We got
little
quite a few
spaceship
people playing
combat
it.
where you can run around and fight other people's little spaceships, but then you also have larger ships that you can basically breach into and do FPS combat.
That's cool. Okay, that is a pretty cool concept. I'm not gonna lie.
I love hybrids.
And I know you hate PvPs, but I don't hate PvP enough to be like, well, I'm gonna
Like-
ignore it. This is a cool enough concept where I'm kind of willing to ignore that.
Everybody hates COD because it's the same every year. This is not a COD. This is definitely pushing boundaries. It's
Yeah.
trying
Yeah,
something
this is
different, and that
really
is something
cool.
worth actually looking at.
Yeah, because there aren't many. In fact, I can't really name another game like this where you can literally breach someone's ship,
And then go full like
Outside-
FPS mode.
switch.
I like what one
perspective.
of these streamers too is exclaiming at is like when he goes up to the cockpit on the bridge and sees everybody outside in their spaceships doing space battle. It's not like it's a separate area. He's in the same area.
I mean, I know in Empyrean you can do that because you can play PvP or PvE when in custom games or on online servers. You can breach other people's ships. You can even slam your fucking ship into someone else's ship. Literally have your cockpit slammed inside of the enemy ship, and then
Damn.
get out of your
Jump out and start
I
shooting.
want to pilot a galleon.
I want to do
seems
that.
Awesome.
I've always wanted to do that, and I might see if I can do that, but I'd need a ship with a strong enough hull to do that. Otherwise, I might blow the ship up in the process.
Man, out of these games so far, I've gotten 5 more added to my wish list. So this has been a pretty impressive month.
And my wish is over 100. I don't really want to add any more to my wish list.
I still technically have 3 games potentially to look at. At least one of them I think I want to look at. But
Okay.
how many else do we have?
I have
Everybody
just one more.
I'm done.
So I
Murmitch, do
have
you any more?
Sky Hill Black Mist.
Ah, yes.
So I like the Sky Hill games. They're a point and click, but you're trying to survive like basically an apocalypse. In the first game, you were just basically in a giant tower and trying to fight your way down from like the suite at the top floor all the way to the bottom. And every random encounters would happen going down. You'd have to do different scenarios. You have to make sure like not to get bit, feed yourself, craft weapons and everything as you go. This is basically taking that to the second degree. And it's overrun by dark monsters and crazy cultists instead of like zombies. So instead of having to just worry about getting bit, this is more like, what are the monsters going to do? Where are they? And then you have crazy...
They're more intelligent than...
Yeah, and the
zombies.
crazy cultists are just trying to come up the stairs and murder you. So, you have to take things a little differently than you did the first time around with these games.
Interesting.
Good thing with these games is they're not very expensive. Usually they're around $15 to $17. But you can get a ton of gameplay out of them. I'm talking 20, 30 hours just to beat it once. Because you will lose. There's going to be times where you're going to fuck up, and it's going to be like, I lost, and then you're going to try again, and then your run's going to go a little better and a little better. And then eventually you're going to make that run, but that run's going to take you 4.5, 5 hours.
Yep, and who doesn't like an intelligent enemy?
Yes, and after the first game, I'm very hopeful that this game will be even better.
Indeed.
Because
those are meant to be better, but sometimes that's not the case.
well, like the original Sky Hill was a good game and a good concept, but it could have done a lot more. This feels like it's attempting to do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important. All right, so Ray, go ahead.
Perspective was changed.
Yeah. So if you got one or two more, Ray, just hit me with them.
Sure. I think we can look. Oh, do you have one?
Oh,
Murmitch? Go
I've
ahead.
got one, but
Okay.
it says release date H1, so I'm not. It should
Yeah.
come out soon.
Yeah, we
That's
don't. Yeah, that's why we were always careful about that because it says
Yeah,
that.
I'm worried.
What is H1?
Why didn't
What's
mention
H1
Fragile?
supposed to be?
What?
What's H1 supposed to be? Q1, I understand. What's H1?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention Fragile, because that comes in Q2, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's called Spire of Sorcery. If you do want to look it up.
Yeah, I've been looking into that one for quite some time as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of those kind of
Yeah,
games
I don't know
myself.
what H1 was. It first half, 2020.
Yeah, I don't get that
I don't
either.
know.
One H1, what's that?
Hour
I mean,
one.
in the notes it said, but not by now we've reached a point where we're ready to invite a broader player community to join us in shaping the future of this game. So.
It seems like an interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something I might check out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it comes, Murmitch, and then we'll come back to it because they'll probably have
Yeah.
a trailer out by then.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hopefully.
what do you got, Ray?
Miner's Metal.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
This might be one Glav might be interested in. It is a artillery shooting and real-time strategy.
Ooh.
Miner's Metal. Hmm. Ooh.
That looks kind of cool.
The early access
fact-
games are running in this month. They're going deep. Not that
So I
that's
guess
a
you
problem.
control an artillery train, and you're trying to,
Attack
be
things while you
the
go.
best, be the best mining faction on the planet, while
That's pretty dang cool.
firing artillery and
That's
avoiding
it.
artillery.
This is another
It's a-
hybrid.
Of the anime. Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah. It's similar to XCOM. If only that was the case.
Strategy, yeah, I guess that could be similar, but I don't know if that's entirely accurate.
Hmm.
All right. So you said you got one more.
Sure. Let's look. We can mention Handy Dandy.
Handy dandy?
I was
Handy
waiting.
Dandy.
I was waiting for it to be Handy Manny. I was like, what? Handy Man?
I am
No,
the governor.
please, no,
Hey,
not
I'm
that
quite
one.
handy.
Nope, just a little puzzle platformer.
So they have no hands?
No, one. I assume one's handy, the other one's dandy. So
Wow. Okay.
That's weird.
you get your little
Wow.
story
Wow.
setting. And suddenly now they're
Wow. That concept is kind of cool.
Yeah.
stuck on two dimensions.
That is pretty dang cool.
How the hell?
You
Well
can,
then.
you can turn the worlds so you can traverse better. That's crazy. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Like I said, there's been some great games this month for not having any AAA shit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked throughout the entire list for May alone, and I saw nothing AAA related. Nothing at
Well,
all.
you know, with all the delays, get used to it. Probably June and July and August are all going to be the same way too. It's going to be a
Yeah,
lot of they're going to be a lot of indies and like, you
yeah,
know,
because
that one AAA title that sneaks out of nowhere and people like
it's coming out.
streamers will play that for the next 3 months because there's nothing they can
Yep.
throw their hat on.
Yeah, you know what's coming out in August, don't you, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Wasteland 3.
Yeah, and hey, listen, there's another one that we didn't mention that's not on Steam that I guarantee you I will be playing later this month. Minecraft Dungeons.
Ah, yes. But of course, how could we forget?
Yes, Minecraft Dungeons comes out this month. I will be playing the fuck out of it
Soon, very soon.
because then it'll be content complete, and I'll actually be able to fucking play as much as I want.
Indeed. That reminds me, I should double check if the beta is actually over. Then I can uninstall
Oh, it is.
the beta.
It is.
Yeah, I should delete that then.
Yes.
Probably.
But I guess that does it for this month. Thank you, everybody who stopped by tonight. Thank you guys for giving me your time. And we definitely went through a lot of games we're looking forward to. So hopefully the reviews for next month are going to be fun, I have to say.
I need
There's
to definitely
plenty to
figure out-
choose from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need
and
to figure
Murmitch,
out-
I want to hear all about those panties.
Oh gosh.
But thank you,
Sorry,
everybody.
not sorry very much.
And tomorrow night we'll be playing Rune 2, so hopefully I'll have Silver's help in that. We will be doing a giveaway during that stream of a copy of Rune 2, so stick around for that. Friday will be Final Fantasy, and Saturday's just more random shit that I throw on the schedule. I think it's Team Sonic Racing and oh yeah, the Hypercharge game. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy and hang out the rest of the week. Thank you guys for being here tonight, and until next month, thank you very much for being here.
Aye, it was a pleasure as always, gents.
Yep.
Talk to you guys later.
Air Razor, get my shirt done.
Yeah, son.